evening, Cardinal fans, and welcome to Greenbrier, Arkansas for tonight's football matchup between your 5-0 Farmington Cardinals and the Greenbrier Panthers, who come into the ball game with a 3-2 overall record and 1-1 in conference play. And I'm joined alongside tag team partners Dallas Walker and Brody Hill. And guys, what a beautiful fall-like night. It's a balmy 55 degrees here in Greenbrier.
Yeah, good weather, like you said, not too hot, not too cold. A good amount of Cardinal fans here. Got a little student section forming over. It's always what you love to see on an away game like this. It's a big conference game. You really need a good showing out here tonight.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it. Cardinals come into the ball game 5-0, 2-0 in district play. Greenbrier, on the other hand, like I mentioned, 3-2 overall, 1-1 in conference play. Don't let their record mislead you, because if you look at their record, they had a 35-21 victory over Heber Springs, lost to Little Rock Christian 7-42. Huntsville then turned around and beat Huntsville 52-0, lost to Morrilton 20-28, and also beat BB 33-14 to bring their record to 3-2 overall, 1-1 in conference play. So be a great matchup. And on top of that, if you look at history, Greenbrier has had the number for the Cardinals over the last few years, but hopefully the tide has turned. And one thing that has helped lead to the Cardinals' 5-0 start this year is the improved defense or different defensive style that is brought about. And Brody, I think you have some points about that.
The defense for the Cardinals has been much improved compared to the last couple seasons under new coordinator Jay Harper, not necessarily new to the Cardinals. Cardinals only giving up 16 points per game with their defensive strategy. So Cardinals definitely coming into this year with some nice defense, and it's really going to help them throughout the year, especially with this game tonight.
So giving up 16 points a game, but the key is how many points is the offense scoring? Because quite honestly, if our offense isn't scoring more than 16 points, we're not 5-0.
And these last couple games, that really hasn't been a problem. We talk about the same guys every week being big playmakers for the Cardinals, like Drew Surgeon. He's had 25 receptions this year for 368 yards and 6 touchdowns. We also got a sophomore in Caden Elsick with 68 carries for 372 yards and a pair of touchdowns. So the Cardinals definitely have some weapons on offense that are going to help them tonight in this game.
On the flip side of the coin, you look at the Greenbrier Panthers, and they've got some weapons themselves. You look at their quarterback, who's a 5'10 senior, number 5, Jackson Riddle. He completes 68.3% of his passes for 610 yards, 5 touchdowns to 1 interception. So he's good effectively with the ball in his hands. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes as far as turning the ball over as far as interceptions go. And on the other side, they also have a wide receiver, number 1, Ryan Bernard, who's a 6'2 senior, 200-pounder that has 9 catches for 134 yards. Talon Moore, another wide receiver, has 13 catches for 118 yards. Jaron Kuykendall has 13 catches for 116 yards. Logan King, 9 catches for 116 yards. And then at the running back position, you've got Peyton Long, who's listed as a wide receiver, has 67 carries on the year for 512 yards. And when you look at the Greenbrier offense, they're a very balanced attack.
Right. Like you said, going back earlier when we talked about their opponents, you said you can't just look at their 3-2 record and assume that we have the edge automatically. When you look at their 2 losses being to Morrilton and Little Rock Christian, those are 2 some people say top 10 teams as far as the level of talent they have, and those are teams that have been tough teams and really pushed them to the edge. So hopefully the Cardinals can be able to do the same tonight and hopefully get the better edge of the Greenbrier Panthers.
Last week we saw the Cardinals come out victorious over the Alma Airedales. First time that they defeated them in conference play. Hopefully tonight we see the same type of outcome with the Cardinals winning against Greenbrier, who they have yet to defeat in conference play as well. Real quick, guys, keys to the ball game for you guys.
I mean, I think Cardinals just need to play their game, They need to come out on defense and just be ready for that balanced attack, get ready for the run, get ready for the pass. And I think if the Cardinals just do their job, play their position the right way, I think it'll be a good game for the Cards.
Drew Sturgeon's got it teed up on his 40-yard line, approaches his kick, it's away. It's going to drip back into the end zone for a touchback. Dallas, your keys to the game.
I just want to highlight something. I feel like they've been doing pretty well all season, just really spreading it out as far as getting it to your different weapons. We obviously know that Drew Sturgeon has been a weapon for the Cardinals the last year or two. But last week at Alma, we also saw Colin Hummel make some key plays. And on defense, Josh Detmeyer, we know that they have lots of weapons, but we got to make sure to spread it around. Can't let them highlight one guy, and if they do, we got to key in on other guys.
So here comes the Panthers at their own 20-yard line in the shotgun formation. Trips to the near side, single receiver to the far side. Here's a handoff coming out to the outside. I believe that's could not tell. I believe that's number 17, Peyton Long. I take that back. That was number 23, Trey Hayden, on the carry. Trey is a 5'9 junior. Carried the ball 35 times for 189 yards so far this season. Panthers in the gun again. Three receivers to the far side of the field, one to the near side. Looks like the same play opposite side, but this time the quarterback keeps it, and he's going to be dragged down in the backfield for a sack by number 81, James Payne.
Yeah, that was a really good play by Payne off the edge. The way their line shifted, nobody was really trying to key in and block him, and he took the advantage and just hit a beeline right for the quarterback.
Great defensive play, brings up third down and about 9. From the Panthers' own 21-yard line, they're in the shotgun formation. Twins to both sides of the field, single setback. They drop back to pass. Passes over the middle and too high for the intended wide receiver, number 1, Ryan Bernard.
And that's a great thing to do for the Cardinals, come out here on the first offensive possession for the Panthers and get that fourth down. So good tone setter there for the Cardinal defense.
There's no doubt about it. In the words of Jeff Oxford, we kick the ball off, we're going to Bill Belichick him. How that happens at the beginning of the game, I don't know, but nonetheless, if it works, it works.
I was just about to say, I was going to correct you, but you got yourself there.
Here's the punt. It's a high spiraling kick. Sturgeon catches it, fair catch at the 40-yard line of Farmington to bring up 1st and 10. And guys, we were talking about keys to the game. For me, defensively, keys to the game, when you look at the Cardinals, we got to stay aggressive, and we saw that early going with James Payne getting the sack. Also, keep control from the big plays. Keep an extra eye on Ryan Bernard and Jackson Riddle. Also win the turnover battle. That defensively, if you win that turnover battle, that's going to set you up for pretty good success as long as your offense is going. On the offensive side of the ball, take care of the rock. Stay with what got you here. We've had a balanced attack all year. Didn't have to sling it around. Use Caden Elsick and Jaden Shader as we see Elsick bring it to the near side of the field. Gets up to about the 41-yard line to bring up 2nd down and 9. And then also get the ball to your big playmakers. Drew Sturgeon is one of them. Caden Elsick. Colin Hummel had, like you mentioned a while ago, Dallas, had some big plays last week, so we'll see how that continues. Here come the Cardinals. Quay's going to go up under center. Dot in the I is Elsick. Got Sturgeon to the near side of the field and Hummel to the far side of the field. There's a ball on the ground. Recovered by the Redbirds. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 10.
And here early in the game like that, you got to make sure you take care of the ball. You don't want any early turnovers to take away from your offensive possession.
Right, and I like what you said about the big plays earlier. I feel like throughout the season, especially last week, the only drives that Alma really scored on was less than 3 plays. It was really short, quick, big plays.
Right.
And we need to limit those to limit the momentum as far as offense goes.
Quay's in the shotgun, had Shader to his left. Now they shift, and Sturgeon's to Quay's left. Shader goes split out wide to the right. Quay is going to take off. Up across the 45, stiffs on somebody at the 48, gets across the 50. Should be enough for a Farmington 1st down as he's run out of bounds.
Good job by Quay, seeing there's no one open downfield and just taking the best option. Quay's got the legs, and he knows he can get the 1st down, so good job by Quay.
Yep, and that's like one of those old plays where you have the student body goes left, run the ball to the right because the defense is going to flow with them. So 1st down and 10 about the Panther 49-yard line. Quay's in the shotgun. Shader's to his right. 2 receivers to both sides of the play. It's a handoff to Shader up across the 45 down to about the 43-yard line of Greenbrier. Bring up about 2nd down and 4 after a pickup of about 6. Elsick checks in. Shader checks out. Cardinals are going to go in the I formation. Quay up under center. Sturgeon split out to Quay's right. Hummel out to his left, far side of the field. Cardinals running, got the ball. Here's Stepmeyer, broken open across the 30, down to the 20. Breaks a tackle at the 15 and into the end zone. Touchdown, Cardinals. Josh Stepmeyer from about 43 yards out puts the Cardinals on the board, 6-0, pinned in the PAT, and that touchdown right there, guys, was brought to you by PG Telco.
And Josh Stepmeyer is one of those guys I feel like teams kind of underestimate. He may not get a lot of looks during the game, but when he does, he makes them count for the Cardinals.
There's no doubt about that. We have seen plays like that all year long from Stepmeyer. Line up in the I formation, just give it almost like a fullback dive, but it's realistically from the tailback position, it's almost like a counter trap. Anyway, everybody, half the team blocks to the left side in that case, and then the tackle to the near side blocks out to the right and opens up the gap, and into the end zone Stepmeyer goes. Now we have a penalty marker on the field. It's going to be offsides against Greenbrier. It's going to set the ball about the 1 yard line. Sturgeon sets his tee down. Quay checks with Sturgeon. Calls for the snap. Good snap, good hold. Kick is up, and it's good. So Cardinals take an early 7-0 lead over Greenbrier after forcing a punt on the defensive side of the ball. Redbirds are up 7-0, and guys, this is the way that you wanted to start the game.
Right, like we were talking about, big plays, momentum. You really want to, especially in a away game against a crowd like this, you really want to come in and you want to make the big plays first. You don't want the other team to get the momentum, because games like this, conference games that obviously matter a lot, they feed off of momentum. And if you can keep it within your hands and don't let the other team get a hold of it, you're usually in a good showing for the night.
There's no question about that one. Is, like we mentioned earlier, take care of the rock. Get it to your big playmakers. Stepmeyer's one of them. Sturgeon, Hummel, Elsick. And that's the thing that I've noticed all year, is that you never know where the weapon's going to show up from, and it could be anybody. Sturgeon's got it teed up on the 40-yard line. Set the kickoff. The white hat blows the whistle, says, let's go. Sturgeon kick, bounds about the 15-yard line. Squibbles down to the 1. Where Greenbrier's going to take it, and then mid hard at the 11-yard line and dropped. I believe they're going to mark him at the 9.
And Brian, if I'm Greenbrier right there, I'd probably just let that one roll into the end zone. It looked like a sketchy kick at first, but it ended up working out for us because they ended up taking it, and great coverage right there on the special teams unit, keeping them inside and not letting them break contain.
And that's a great call. So here comes Greenbrier for their second possession of the ball game. Got 2 receivers split out to the far side of the field. Single set back, 1 receiver to the near side. It's a handoff going to the far side of the field. It's got a little bit of running room. Breaks across the 15 up to the 20. Dragged down about the 22-yard line. Enough to move the sticks for Greenbrier. I believe that was number 23, Trey Havens, on the carry for Greenbrier. And here they come again. 3 receivers to the near side. Single receiver to the far side. This looks like the same play the opposite way. This time, Farmington gets them about the 29-yard line. Brought down by number 44, Terrion Swift.
Yeah, it looks like early, I've been noticing a lot of the plays, they obviously run out of the shotgun and they run some receivers wide. Looks like they're really trying to get us to the outside, probably to set up something on the inside along here.
Here comes a little counter tray, and that's going to be snuffed out by number 81, James Payne, brought down for no gain. Greenbrier runs a hurry-up, no-huddle offense. It's going to bring 3 receivers to the near side of the field, 2 receivers to the far side. Nobody in the backfield for Greenbrier. Here's the snap. It's a tunnel screen. Got it blocked well. And that was number 29, Brody Johnson, on the reception. That is enough for a Greenbrier first down as the ball is placed at the 37-yard line of Greenbrier. Greenbrier with two receivers split out to the far side of the field. Single receiver to the near side, single setback. Here's a fake and just a little dump pass to number 2, Talon Moore. Gets it across the 40-yard line up to about the 44 for Greenbrier. Bring up about 2nd down and 4.
It looks like there's going to be a little laundry on the play. Let's see what the referees get the Cardinals for.
So here's the call. Incidental face mask called against Farmington. It's going to be 5 yards. Assessed. Puts the Greenbrier 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. Here's a handoff coming to the near side of the field. Breaks the tackle, gets loose, across the 45-yard line down to the 41-yard line of Farmington.
Yeah, to Greenbrier's credit, like you said earlier, they're pretty well-rounded. They'll pass it for a few yards, run it for a few yards. They really like to keep their play count pretty even as far as runs and passes goes. And, you know, right there, obviously, they ran it outside, or they ran it inside. We had our linemen coming outside, but they crashed inside. And we just got put in a bad spot right there by the linemen.
That was number 20, Luke Smith, on the carry for Greenbrier. And they're going to call for a measurement, and boys, I think he's just a wee bit short.
It does look to be that way. So it looks like it's going to be short distance to go.
Should bring up, I believe,
maybe half a foot for the Panthers.
2nd down.
2nd and half a foot, according to the play-by-play.
PA announcer? We're play-by-play. 3 receivers to the near side of the field, single receiver to the far side, single setback for Greenbrier. Here's the snap. It's a handoff. Cutting back to the far side of the field is number 20, Luke Smith. Gets across the 40-yard line down to the 39 from Greenbrier. Farmington's 39-yard line. It is enough for a first down, so they'll move the sticks. 6:25 to go in the first quarter. 7-0 Redbirds lead it. Greenbrier coming to the line of scrimmage. 1 receiver to the far side, 3 to the near side, single setback. Riddle in the gun. He's going to swing it out to his running back, number 20, Luke Smith. Gets across the 41-yard line, down to about the, gets across the 40-yard line, down to about the 37-yard line. Bring up about 2nd down and 8. Riddle comes to the gun again with a single setback to his left. Twin receivers to both sides of the field. Here's the snap. Handoff. Nope. Fakes a handoff to the inside. Pass is complete to Talon Moore. Breaks a tackle. Gets across the 25-yard line down to the 22-yard line of Farmington. Brings up a first down for Greenbrier.
Yeah, that play action pass really hurt us right there. That was the first time they'd ran the play action, and it was really effective because obviously they had been running the last few plays. And caught our defense off guard.
Here's Greenbrier again in the shotgun formation, and there's a full start called on Greenbrier. Right guard, left guard, both jumped. So that'll back him up 5 yards, bring up 1st down and 15 for Greenbrier from about the 28-yard line of Farmington. Greenbrier steps up and 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Working right to left. Single setback. Single receiver to the far side. Riddle hands it off. Coming to the left side. Breaks a tackle. Is number 23, Trey Havens.
And so far tonight, the Panthers have really found their bread and butter here with the Cardinals, running the ball really nicely here so far.
Yeah, they're not going for breakaway runs. They're really just trying to whittle away here at the defense and wear them down, get them tired.
So here they come. Looks like the same play to the opposite side of the field this time, and this time they're going to stop them short of the first down after a pickup about a 1.5. bring up 3rd down and about 3. And is there a flag on the play?
I do believe
flag
so.
on the play, holding against Greenbrier. Oh, there's the flag.
Yeah, that one can be a real drive killer for Greenbrier. We saw Alma commit a few of those last week. It's really tough when you're driving down the field, you get into enemy territory, and you have one of those bad holding calls that just pulls you behind the chains.
So that's going to move the ball back to just inside the 30-yard line and bring up about 2nd down and 15 for Greenbrier. 2nd down and 17. So here comes Greenbrier. Riddle is in the gun. Running back comes in motion to the near side of the field. Here's a play. Oh, and DeCory almost had the interception. And here's a touchdown for Greenbrier. Complete to number 29, Brody Johnson. From about 29 yards out. Takes the score to 7-6 in favor of the Cardinals.
Yeah, and that one was a tough play. DeCory knew exactly what was going on. He sniffed that one out. Just the timing was a tiny bit off, and he went up for the deflection but missed, and it caused us to be in a bad spot.
Yeah, and he made what looked to be like it was going to be a good play, but instead of cutting in front of the receiver, he cut behind him, and then that helped the pass to be complete. The kick is up and away and good to even the score at 7 apiece. So with 4:19 to go, the score is Farmington 7, Greenbrier 7. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
What?
We're back, Cardinal fans. Tie ball game, 4:19 to go in the first quarter, 7-7 from Greenbrier Field. Greenbrier set to kick off, and here's the kickoff. It's a high end-over-end kick. It's going to be fielded by Quay on the run, bobbled and recovered. And now
Ball's on the ground.
Quay fumbles, and we got the line judge right here saying that he was down. Quay initially attempted to catch that one on the run, and we saw last week that I believe it was on a punt that Quay fielded on the run, and he nearly broke it to the house.
Yeah, and that kickoff return from the start just didn't go well for the Cardinals. I mean, and I know we got the ball back, but a big scare there. So
yeah, collective all-man from the Greenbrier fans. They were disappointed, but that's what the ref called.
Quay's up under center, I formation for the Cardinals. Counter trap coming to Elsick. Got a couple blockers, gets ahead, pushes the pile ahead to about the 30-yard line of Farmington to bring up about 2nd down and 8 after a gain of 2.
Yeah, I feel like this is going to be an important drive as far as answering. Greenbrier went down, they drove down, and they scored a touchdown on us kind of in tough fashion, but let's see what the Cardinals can do.
Quay's up under center. Elsick single set back in the backfield. Fake toss to Quay. Toss out to Sturgeon's. Got the ball complete at the 37-yard line. Crosses the 40 up to about the 41-yard line. Is enough to move the chains. That was a little different wrinkle that we saw there as Stepmeyer lined up in almost the H-back formation and then had Sturgeon nearly stacked behind him. Single setback was Elsick, and then we just brought Sturgeon across the formation and into the flats, enough for a 1st down. Here's a toss sweep to Shader. Looking to break to the outside, across the 40, up to about the 45, across to the 46-yard line, where he's ran out of bounds. Bring up about 2nd and 5 after a gain of 5 for Shader.
If I can go back to that play that we got the first down on, I really like the pass that Quay had on that one. It was similar to like a floater you might see in basketball. He didn't chunk it. It was just a little arch enough to get it over the defender and right to Drew. And that was, I think, one of his better passes of the game so far.
Absolutely, I agree. Redbirds have it 2nd down and 5. Sturgeon and Hummel goes split out to the far side of the field. Ben Macedo split to the right side, the near side. Quay's in the gun, hand off to Shader. Looking for some running room, then gives up the football, and it's recovered by Greenbrier.
And that's one of those things that you can't have a fumble like that here early in the game. And now that we've gotten our boo-boos out of the way, as you can say, Cardinals need to make sure not to repeat again. So
taking care of the rock is something that is very important regardless of what game that you're in. And that time, unfortunately, Shader tried to do a little too much, and Greenbrier did a nice job putting a helmet on the ball and knocking it loose. So here come the Panthers, 1st and 10 from the Farmington 44-yard line. Here's a fake handoff and a throw. And they're going to say that's a catch. That pass is complete to number 16, Logan King, to give the Panthers a first down about the 23-yard line. Here comes Greenbrier. 3 receivers to the near side, single receiver to the far side. This time they're going to hand it off, and Terrion had him wrapped up in the backfield and then let him slip out of his hands. But Trey Havens was still knocked down in the backfield.
Greenbrier trying to go quick here to limit the number of substitutions we can get in and trying to wear down this defense. Let's see how much they go with this up-tempo offense.
Cooper Wilcox, number 9, is in the shotgun formation for Greenbrier. Twins to both sides of the field, single setback. Here's the snap. Fakes the handoff, looks across the middle, got a man wide open as number 1, Ryan Bernard, and he's going to break into the end zone for a touchdown, Greenbrier.
Yeah, that was a tough play right there. They were playing man in coverage, but they were just a little too far back, and so on the slant, they let too many yards of cushion, per se, and he had an open room right there to just weave in through the safety.
So Cody Powell set to attempt the extra point. Snap is good and down, and the kick is away, and it's good. With 2:22 left to go in the first quarter, Greenbrier goes up 14-7 over your Cardinals. We'll take a quick timeout. Be right back. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal Football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network. Have you been saving up for or ready to start thinking about and building your dream home from the ground up? If it is that time for that decision to become a reality for you, wait no longer and reach out to Bauman & Crossnow Construction. Established in 2013, Mike Bauman, alongside with Michael and Lane Crossnow, Bauman & Crossnow Construction specialize in residential custom homes, general contracting, multi-family homes, and other specialized homes as well. Having lived in Northwest Arkansas for a combined 61 years, Bauman & Crossnow Construction are no strangers to the Northwest Arkansas and Farmington area. We're back, Cardinal fans, from Greenbrier, where Greenbrier Panthers just went up 14-7 and then attempted an onside kick to surprise the Cardinals, and that kick went out of bounds.
Yeah, surprised them it did. It didn't look like they were ready for it. I know that I wasn't ready for it. I look up and they're kicking an onside kick.
And that's a great call.
Yeah, they would have got him, and that was a really good call, like you said. It just Greenbrier let it slip out of their hands, and as a result, it went out of bounds. So we should start with pretty good field position.
Should give us 1st and 10 at about the 50-yard line, and it does. Yeah, I didn't even hear the white hat blow the whistle, to be honest with you. 2:22 left to go in the opening quarter. Here come the Redbirds, 1st and 10 from the 50. Quay's going to go up under center, single setback. Cardinals with 2 receivers to the near side of the field, stacked. Sturgeon goes in motion as a jet sweep to the far side of the field, breaks a tackle, looking for open room, can't turn the corner, and is going to be brought down in the backfield for a loss of 2.
Number 8 on the carry, Drew Sturgeon, making the stop. Number 16, Logan King.
Logan King in on the stop for Greenbrier. And now they're going to mark it even further back than 2 yards. So 2nd down and 13. Cardinals break the huddle with 26 seconds left to go on the play clock. Quay's in the shotgun. Elsick to his left. Here's the snap as the quarterback draw. Quay bounces the ball to the far side, outside of the field, and then gets knocked out of bounds after a pickup of about 6 yards to bring up 3rd down and about 8.
So, Brian, let's say they get about half of the distance they need right here. Would you elect to punt, or would you go for it? If you're in enemy territory, you're on their side of the field, you could take a punt, but would you think about going for it if it's maybe 4th and 1, 4th and 2?
4th and 1, I would say yes. Quay's in the gun formation, 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Got plenty of time, and he's going to overshoot his intended wide receiver, number 24, Caden Elsick. If it was 4th and 1, in answer to your question, I might go ahead and go for it, but I might also pooch punt it. You got plenty of time. You're only down by 7. And now I think there's no doubt about it. Go ahead and punt this ball away. That's what the Cardinals are going to do. Shader's going to be putting his feet on the 37-yard line, his own 37-yard line, set to punt it away. Here's the snap. It's a good one. Shader's punt's an end-over-end punt. What happened?
I believe it bounced out of bounds, and they called it down at the 16.
I only saw the ball inbounds. So it's going to be 1st and 10 from their own 16-yard line. Comes Greenbrier, up 14-7 with 152 left to go in the first quarter.
And Brian, I feel like the mood of the game has changed. We came out, we scored the first touchdown, but they put up 14 unanswered so far, and I feel like we really need to shift it back in our favor right now with a good defensive stop.
That's a good call. The momentum has since swung since the opening possessions for both teams. Greenbrier's in trips to the near side of the field, looks to hand off to the inside, breaks it to the outside. Here's a penalty flag, 2 penalty flags on the play, and I believe they're going to get Greenbrier for holding. After a pickup of about 13 for number 20, Luke Smith, I believe it's going to be nullified, and it is. It should bring up about 1st and 20. Actually, it's going to be half the distance. So it brings up about 1st and...
Looks like it's about
1st and 17. From the angle of that we're at, it is difficult to see. Here's a handoff to the far side of the field. Great defensive stop there by the Cardinals to bring up 3rd down and long. I believe that was number 20, Luke Smith, on the carry again for Greenbrier.
20 on the carry, Luke Smith. A host of Cardinals in on the stop.
Excuse me, 2nd down and long. Wilcox gets the play from his offensive coordinator. 3 receivers to the near side of the field for Greenbrier, 2 split to the far side of the field. Wilcox in the gun. Here's the snap. Looking to his left, throws across to his right, and it's almost picked off.
Pass is incomplete.
I cannot tell.
I believe that was Colton Kilgore.
So big Colton Kilgore almost had an interception there for the Redbirds, and guys, if he did, it maintains his balance coming down. He walks it in from about 11 yards out.
Yeah, that can be one of those where you can it hit him right in the hands and you kind of wonder how he didn't catch it. But honestly, it's another one of those plays where you're almost surprised that it gets you right there. You don't think it's going to be right to you as a defender, and sometimes it's just hard to capitalize on that.
3rd and long for Greenbrier. He's got 3 receivers to the near side of the field, single to the right. Here's a handoff coming to the outside of the field, across the 10 up to the 15, and then slips down about the 17-yard line. It's going to be short of the first down, 19-yard line, excuse me. Bring up about 4th down and 6 for Greenbrier.
I believe Greenbrier has an injured player down on the field.
And they do. So we'll take a quick timeout with 46 seconds left to go. Greenbrier facing 4th down and 7, up 14-7 over Farmington. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal Football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
They can be reached at www.baumanncrossno.com. Bauman and Crossno Construction, where your dream home can become a reality, are proud supporters of Farmington Cardinal Athletics. Go Cards! Are you in the market for some exterior or home improvements? Is your home ready for new siding, gutters, or metal roof, or asphalt roof? Do you need a new metal building or a shop? Give Foster's Exterior Solutions a call today. Locally owned and operated right here in Farmington since 2008, Foster's Exterior Solutions is a proud supporter of Farmington Cardinal Athletics.
Hello, this is Kerry Pitts with Foster's Exterior Solutions.
Yeah, we're back, Cardinal fans. 4th down and 8 for Greenbrier. In the punt formation. Good snap. And the punt is away. It's a high, short kick. Called for a fair catch at the 46-yard line is Drew Sturgeon, where the Redbirds will have it. 1st and 10 from their own. Now they're going to mark it at the 47. From their own 47-yard line. Down 14-7 with 36 seconds to go in the first quarter.
And Brian, they've had the last drive and this drive, they're starting out with pretty good field position, but obviously field position only does so much for you if you don't move down the field and get points out of it. So really they need to capitalize on the great field position and really get down in the red zone and come away with some points.
You are correct. So here come the Redbirds, 2 receivers to the far side. Sturgeon split to the near side. Quay's in the gun. He's got plenty of time. Great. And he just short arms that one. Intended for Josh Stepmeyer about the 45-yard line of Greenbrier. Stepmeyer was wide open, as well as Elsick about the 50-yard line.
And I believe Masita was open in the flat on the outside. It's kind of one of those plays where you have so many options, it's really hard to decide. You could really hit a number of players. It's
2nd down and 10 for the Redbirds from their own 47-yard line. Quay's in the gun. He's going to have split backs, 1 to either side, 2 receivers to the near side, single receiver to the top. And here's some penalty markers. False start called on the Redbirds is going to back them up 5 yards, bring up 2nd and 15. He's going to place the ball at the 42-yard line with 30 seconds to go in the first quarter.
I would say right now, with 30 seconds left in the first quarter, one of the main factors as to this deficit is really just self-inflicted errors so far. Penalties, the turnover we had. If we can turn around and not shoot ourselves in the foot, we'll be in better standing.
Same formation for Farmington, and we jumped again. This time it was number 72, Andrew Wood. It's going to bring up 2nd down and 20. The injured Greenbrier player was number 20, Luke Smith. We sure hope that he's okay. So 2nd down and 20 from their own 37-yard line. Redbirds are moving the wrong direction. Quay's in the gun. Got Hummel and Stepmeyer split to the near side. Sturgeon split to the far side. Elsick to his right. Here's the snap. Looking left all the way. then goes out to the outside and holds on to the ball and brought down for a sack. Loss of another 5 yards, potentially 6, bring up 3rd down and long.
On the spot, number 11, Jacob Keller.
And sitting up here, Dallas, that's one of those that you just wish that Quay would have pulled up and just lofted it out of bounds, but it's easier said than done up here.
Right, and we all know that Quay's got one of those playmaking abilities where when the play looks dead, he can make something out of nothing. But like you said, you just got to know when to cut your losses. You got to know when to throw it away and, get back to the next play.
Absolutely. So that brings us to the end of the first quarter where Greenbrier is up 14-7 over Farmington. We'll take a quick timeout. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal Football on the Farm Cards Live Sports Network.
Real estate is like football. You want a winning team that knows how to run offense and defense, knows the plays, competition, how to score, isn't afraid to get a little dirty. The McNaughton team knows 2 important things. 1, how to help you buy, sell, invest in, and manage real estate. And 2, how to cheer on the home team with an awesome tailgate event. For all your real estate needs, visit us at allnwahomes.com. McNaughton, your neighborhood community realtors.
Ozark Dermatology offers full medical, surgical, and aesthetic services. Our team offers comprehensive care for medical and surgical conditions for adults and children. Our experience.
We're back, Cardinal fans. Start of the second quarter, Greenbrier's up 14-7. Redbirds got it 3rd down and 27 from about their own 32-yard line. Quay's up under center. Single receiver to the near side and the far side. Shader in the backfield. Fakes the toss sweep, rolls out to his right. Looking, and is going to be dropped in the backfield again. Loss of about 7 yards as McQuavier and Watson gets sacked at the 24-yard line of Farmington. Bring up 4th down and really long. So here's Shader, back deep to punt. We need a good booming kick. Here's the snap. It's a good one. Shader gets it down. Kick is away. It's an end-over-end kick. Bounds about the 50-yard line. Takes a short Cardinal roll down to the Greenbrier 48-yard line, where Greenbrier will have it 1st and 10. For, I believe, what is their 4th possession of the game? Is that right, Dallas?
I believe it's 5th.
Is it?
They'd scored on 2 drives, and they've also punted twice. So this
You're right.
will be their 5th drive.
You're right. So here comes Wilcox and the Greenbrier Panthers, set up on their own 48-yard line. Got twin receivers to the near side of the field, moving left to right. Twin receivers to the far side of the field. Wilcox in the gun with a single setback. Cardinals show blitz, then back out of it. Wilcox rolls out to his right. Pass is complete to number 1, Ryan Bernard. Cross the 40-yard line of Farmington and down to the 37-yard line. Enough for a 1st down for Greenbrier.
And it seems like forever ago that we had the 3 and out to begin the game with. Ever since then, Greenbrier's kind of had their way as far as the offense goes. We really just need to see something out of the defense right now.
Need a little spark. Here's a handoff to Havens. Cuts it outside to the far side of the field and drop for no gain. Nice job there by, looks like Josh Stepmeyer on the tackle.
17, Nolan LeBray. No gain on the carry.
And Brian, if there's been one position group that I feel like we just really been able to lean on, it'd most likely be the linebackers as far as defense goes. Colton Kilgore, Josh Stepmeyer. We really had a lot of talent as far as the linebacker go. Just really consistent play, and that really helps when you need a stop like this.
3 receivers to the near side of the field, single set back, 1 receiver to the far side. Here's a handoff. Trying to bounce to the outside and find some running rooms. Number 23, Trey Havens. He's going to pick up about 2.5 yards to bring up 3rd down and about 7.
That was number 26 on the carry.
Chase Embry. I'm sorry, Dawson Spencer was actually on the carry. Wilcox sends a man in motion. Throws across the middle of the field. It's complete. From Wilcox to number 29, Brody Johnson, to bring up 4th and short. They're going to call for a measurement. No, they're not. They're just going to say it's first down, Greenbrier.
That was the quickest measurement I've ever seen.
Now we're going to have an official timeout.
Yeah, Brian, at first glance, it did appear that he got hit right at the sticks. I really thought they were going to bring it out for a measurement. I was thinking 4th and inches, but it looks like there was a clock error.
So the referee says put 9:30 left on the clock, and that's where we sit. First down and 10, Greenbrier from about the 26-yard line of Farmington. Wilcox in the shotgun. Hands it off coming near side, and great play by Josh Stepmeyer to blow it up in the backfield. That was not Josh Stepmeyer. My apologies.
That was number 28 on the carry, Dawson Spencer. On the stop was number 88, Caleb Matthews.
Caleb Matthews in on that stop. Greenbrier's got his second down and 10. Wilcox in the shotgun formation. Alongside of him is Dawson Spencer, number 28. Twin receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Here's a fake handoff. Wilcox breaks it to the near side of the field, got downfield blockers. It's going to get across the 10, and down at the 1-yard line goes Wilcox. So Cooper Wilcox sets up Greenbrier with a 1st and goal from the 1. Still in the shotgun formation. Handoff comes to the far side of the field, and into the end zone goes Greenbrier.
Touchdown, Panthers! Taking the ball, number 23, for the score,
Trey Havens in for the touchdown for Greenbrier to push the score ahead 20-7 pending the extra point. The extra point is up, and it's good. So with 8:27 to go in the half, Greenbrier takes a 21-7 lead over Farmington. We'll take a quick timeout from Greenbrier, Arkansas. This is Brian Dean and Dallas Walker. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal Football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
Board-certified physicians and highly trained physician extenders provide state-of-the-art diagnosis, treatments, and procedures in a relaxed and compassionate setting. Let Ozark Dermatology be your path to healthy skin. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest. Today's goal, I'll maneuver these chest pros.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
Okay. I should let an expert like James help me. And for your financial goal...
We're back, Cardinal fans. 8:27 to go in the half. 21-7 in favor of Greenbrier. Set to kick it off are the Panthers.
One positive I think you like to see is Farmington did come out prepared in case there was another onside kick.
Sturgeon and Quay back about their own 7-yard line. Anticipating the kickoff. Here's the kick. It's a high end-over-end kick. Going to be fielded by Sturgeon. About the 9. Gets across the 20 up to the 25, the 30. Pushing the pile ahead to the 35-yard line before finally being brought down by a host of Panthers. So a nice return there for Sturgeon and the Redbirds. You know, even though, Dallas, we were talking about it during the break, even though that we're down 21-7, there's still plenty of time to go in the game. Not time to hit the panic button yet. Put a drive together, go down and score. You're within 7. Make a stop on defense. and see what happens. Got plenty of time to go. Just got to take care of the ball and put the ball in the end zone. Stepmeyer and Hummel come to the near side of the field. Sturgeon to the far side. Quay's in the gun. Little flare pass out to Elsick. Elsick cuts it across the 35-yard line up to about the 37-yard line.
Yeah, like you were saying, there's still 8 minutes left in this half and in the whole second half left. So you're not out of time or rushed by any means. But this drive does have the feeling of one of those. You just have to score. You have to do something, even if you don't score, push the ball downfield and show some signs of life, and really just fight back a little bit against the Greenbrier. That they're just kind of pushing us right now. They're pressuring. We got our backs up against the wall. We really need to just fight back a little bit.
Number 31, Bryce Moorhart, was in on the tackle for Greenbrier, and we've got a Panther down. So we'll take a quick timeout. Hope everything's okay. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal Football on the Farm Cards Live Sports Network.
Here at Farmington, we take our athletic program seriously. We strive for greatness in every sport, whether it's baseball, softball, football, basketball.
We're back, Cardinal fans, after an injury timeout for Greenbrier. Cardinals have got a second down and about short 7, long 8. Hummel comes split far to the near side of the field. Closest to us is the Redbirds, moving right to left. Sturgeon split to the near side or the far side of the field. Quay's up under center. I formation. Here's the snap. Handoff goes to Elsick. Reverses field. Wrapped up in the backfield. Is going to be brought down for a loss of about 4 yards. Bring up third down and about 11.
Third and 11.
Yeah, these third and 11, anything longer than 3rd and 10, these aren't the third downs that you want. One of the reasons why we succeeded so well last week was because we had 3rd and 3, 3rd and 2. We had short distance to go. It really helps better.
Yep, you're exactly right. Single receiver to the near side, 3 receivers to the far side. Quay's in the gun. Here's the snap. Got a man wide open at the 45. Caught up across the 50, down to the 45. Hold on to the ball before it being wrestled down at the 42-yard line of Greenbrier. Elsick on the reception. So nice play. Despite being behind the chains, just a little quick hitter over the middle. Wide open field, and then Elsick did the rest. Redbirds have it 1st and 10 from the Greenbrier 42. Twin receivers to both sides. Shader in the backfield. Quay in the gun. Here's the snap. Little option. Looks like quarterback keeper. Breaks to the outside. Loses the ball. And Greenbrier's got it.
Yeah, that pitch was just a little bit late. He had Shader open. If he would have pitched it to him just a second earlier, it might have been a big gain, but trying to fight off that defender and just brought him down at an awkward position made for an awkward pitch.
Yeah, if you can tell that he tried to pitch that, you've got better eyes than I do.
My question was his knee down? It almost looked like he was on the ground trying to toss it back up to Shader.
Could very well have been. He's going to give Greenbrier the ball at their own 43-yard line. 1st and 10, 6:54 to go in the half. 21-7 Greenbrier. Greenbrier's in 3 receivers to the near side. Single receiver to the far side. Single setback. Wilcox fakes a handoff. Throws it to the outside. Complete. Immediately wrapped up after a gain of about 6 yards at the 49-yard line. Cody Johnson on the reception for Greenbrier. Brody Johnson. My apologies.
And although they got 6 yards on that play, I really like the tackle by number 5, Corey Thomas. Just a wrap-up tackle, nothing fancy. Just get him down to the ground. Don't let a big play happen.
Yep. Here's a handoff coming to the near side of the field. Stepmeyer brings running back down at the 44-yard line. And it's going to be holding against Greenbrier. So that's going to back Greenbrier up 10 yards. Take them all the way back to about the 35-yard line. Bring up second down and about 17.
This puts the Cardinal defense in a really good position to make a stop. You can't really justify letting them convert on a 2nd and 17, but a good 2nd down and a good 3rd down right here, make them punt on 4th down. That would really help out your offense. It's kind of struggled in the last couple drives. Like we talked about earlier, you want good field position. Make a stop here, and you're going to get some.
Panthers send twin receivers to both sides, single setback. Here's a handoff coming to the near side of the field. Breaks a tackle at the 34-yard line, before being wrestled down at the 38-yard line. Gain of about 3 yards for Greenbrier. Brings up 3rd down and about 15. Stepmeyer in on the tackle for the Cardinals. Greenbrier is going to send 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Single receiver to the near side, single setback. Wilcox from the gun. Calls for the snap, fakes a handoff, looks across the middle. Nobody. And here's a lofted pass, complete, down to the 33-yard line of Farmington. Talon Moore in on the reception for Greenbrier.
Yeah, Greenbrier took advantage of the cover 1 defense we were playing right there. And really on 3rd and long, they went for it, and they converted on the deeper pass right down the middle.
So after that pick up enough for a 1st down, Farmington wants to call a timeout with 5:28 to go in the first half. Greenbrier leads at 21-7. We'll take it with them. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
Zing Broadband is a proud sponsor of area schools and is excited to offer incredible fast internet speeds. Our students can focus on what really matters, knowing that Zing Broadband can keep up with them. We recognize the hard work and dedication of our students and athletes, and we've built a network to deliver their demand. Zing Broadband proudly serves our local communities and supports all their endeavors.
All right, we're back, Cardinal fans. 1st and 10 from the 33-yard line of Farmington comes the Panthers. Wilcox in the gun, handoff coming near side. Breaks it to the outside is number 23, Trey Havens. Picks up about 7 yards for Greenbrier. 4:55 to go in the half and counting.
Yeah.
Kilgore in on the tackle. Sorry.
So far, it looks like Greenbrier has been pretty much running some of the same offense. We just haven't figured out how to stop it. Been running a lot of that halfback sweep to the side. Nothing fancy, just plain old bread and butter.
2 receivers to the near side, single setback. Single receiver split out wide to the far side. It's a handoff up the middle. Nope, it's a fake. Wilcox breaks it to the outside. And here comes 2 penalty flags as Wilcox goes out of bounds about the 4-yard line. Believe this one's going to come back.
Yeah, and prior to that penalty, credit to Greenbrier, their quarterback really made a great read, had everyone going to one side. You know, we even thought it was the running back had it, and he took it off. And now there's a holding call, which is going to bring it back, but that's a self-inflicted error for Greenbrier on what otherwise would have been a big play.
That is correct. Student body right, and we run left. Or I run left. That's what Wilcox said. Hey, boys, y'all go right, I'm going to go left with the ball. Block somebody. 2nd down and 5 from about the Farmington 28-yard line. Greenbrier comes out in the gun formation. Twin receivers to both sides of the field. Wilcox back in the gun with Trey Havens in the backfield with him to his right. He's fake the handoff. Wilcox rolls to his right. He's got a man open in the flats. Number 21, Thatcher Strack. Gets tackled down about the 13-yard line of Farmington. Now Greenbrier is going to come. Two receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side, single setback. Wilcox from the gun, hands it off to number 23, Trey Havens, is met immediately in the backfield and dropped for a 1-yard loss.
And last week against Alma, arguably, we played some of our best defense when Alma was in the red zone. You'd really love to see our defense step up and do the same thing here against Greenbrier when they've really been driving down the field all night. You want to just see them fight back a little bit and not really let a bunch of big plays happen in the red zone where drives are crucial.
Andrew Ezerman in on the stop for Farmington. Now here comes Greenbrier in the pistol formation. Single receivers to both sides of the field. Here's a handoff up. Nope. Wilcox kept it again. Shifts and makes the tackle. Gets into the end zone for a touchdown pending the penalty flags. I believe it's going to be holding again on Greenbrier. It is holding against Greenbrier. So that'll back him up to about the 21-yard line. Second down and about 18.
Second down and about 19, Greenbrier.
And if you're a Farmington fan, you kind of got to have a sigh of relief right there when you see all those holding penalties. But you can't rely on penalties on that. At some point, you do have to make a stop and force a fourth down.
You're exactly right. Twin receivers to the far side of the field. Single receiver to the near side. Single setback. Fakes a handoff. Throws across the middle. And it's incomplete. Intended for number 1, Ryan Bernard.
Third down and 18.
That was a good play drawn up by Greenbrier, but I think if the pass is right in his numbers, he catches that one. It's just a little out there, a little at the fingertips, and he can't quite secure it.
Third down and 18 from the 21-yard line. Twin receivers to both sides of the field. Wilcox in the shotgun. Havens in the backfield with him. Rolls out to his right, looks back left. Throws it up. And the pass goes incomplete. Greenbrier fans wanted a flag on the play, did not get one. Brings up fourth down and 19 from the 21-yard line. It looks like Greenbrier is going to attempt what would appear to be about a 38-yard field goal. 2:34 to go in the first half, 21-7 lead for Greenbrier. So marked at the 28-yard line, it'd be a 38-yard field goal attempt for Greenbrier. Now we have an official calling a timeout.
Looks like a play clock issue. And Brian, you have to look at it. If this field goal ends up not being successful, you have to look at this drive as a complete win. As far as they were, like we said, we're in the red zone. They scored but had a holding call. This is one that you really want to go outside the crossbars.
Yep. 38-yard field goal attempt coming for the Panthers. Here's the snap. Hold is down. Kick is up. It's a knuckleball, and it's good. Kick was successful by number 36, Cody Powell, for 38 yards out. Pushes the Greenbrier lead to 24-7 with 2:29 left to go in the first half. We'll take a quick timeout. Be right back. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
Have you been saving up for or ready to start thinking about and building your dream home from the ground up? If it is that time for that decision to become a reality for you, wait no longer and reach out to Bauman and Crossnow Construction. Established in 2013, Mike Bauman, alongside with Michael and Lane Crossnow, Bauman and Crossnow Construction specialize in residential custom homes, general contracting, multifamily homes, and other specialized homes as well. Having lived in Northwest Arkansas for a combined 61 years, Bauman and Crossnow Construction.
We're back, Cardinal fans. 2:29 to go in the half. Greenbrier's up 24-7 over Farmington. Greenbrier's got it teed up at their own 40-yard line. Sturgeon and Quay back deep, standing about their own 6 and 9 yard lines respectively. Here comes the kick. It's a high end over end kick. Fielded by Sturgeon on the run about the 16-yard line. Goes to the near side of the field, breaks the tackle, and then gets tackled at the 26-yard line, where Cardinals will have it 1st and 10.
2:23 left on the clock in the half. Farmington has time to really run a balanced offense. They still have 2 timeouts, so they have time to do whatever they'd like to do. But at some point, if you start getting some first downs and the clock's dwindling, you will need to put a little bit of pep in your step.
Stay within your game. I formation, Quay up under center. Sturgeon split to one side, Hummel split to the near side. Quay gets the snap, hand off to Stepmeyer. Stepmeyer gets up to about the 30-yard line. Host of Panthers in on the stop. They're going to mark it at the 31-yard line. It'll be 2nd down and about 6 for Farmington. 2 minutes to go in the half. Take care of the rock, go down and score. Bring it within 10 points. You get the ball, start of the second half, score again, you're down by 3. Quay's in the gun. Looking to his left, looks back to his right, scrambles to his left. He's got a wide open field, make a man. Looks like, I thought he was going to make a man miss about the 37-yard line, but he got brought down instead. Quay, a little slow to get up and hobbling. .135 to go on the game clock.
To his credit, he's walking it off really tough, hanging in there. He did take a shot, but like you said, we're a little under 1:30 now. One thing they haven't done that I'd really love to see is just throw a deep bomb out there, make the defense kind of scoot back a little bit.
3 receivers to the far side. Quay's in the gun, drops back to pass, looking across the middle, dances around in the pocket, breaks 2, almost broke 2 tackles. Breaks the tackle, gets across the 40-yard line. Minute to go. 24-7.
That play had some potential to be big, but just got him with the shoelace tackle right there.
Twins to both sides of the field. Quay calls for it. Throws the ball to the outside of the field. Is complete. I believe that is the Sturgeon. Enough for a Farmington first down and out of bounds. Puts the ball down at the 48-yard line of Farmington. 52 yards to go, 46 seconds. Quay's in the gun, Shaders to his left. Hummels to the near side, 3 receivers to the far side. Here's the snap. Quay drops back. He's under pressure and is going to be brought down in the backfield at the 45-yard line of Farmington. Farmington calls the timeout with 36 seconds to go in the half. It's going to be their second timeout. Down 24-6 with 36 seconds to go in the half. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal Football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
Real estate is like football. You want a winning team that knows how to run offense and defense, knows the plays, the competition, how to score, and isn't afraid to get a little dirty. The McNaughton team knows two important things. One, how to help you buy, sell, invest in, and manage real estate. And two, how to cheer on the home team with an awesome tailgate event. For all your real estate needs, visit us at allnwahomes.com. McNaughton, your neighborhood community realtors.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest. Today's goal, outmaneuver these chess pros.
Checkmate. Checkmate. Checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
I should let an expert like James help me. And for your...
We're back, Cardinal fans. 43 seconds to go on the play clock. Farmington's down 24-7 to Greenbrier. Quay's in the shotgun. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Hummel split wide to the near side. Quay drops back. Throws the ball. Intended for Cade Nelsick about the 47-yard line of Greenbrier. But incomplete. 3rd down and about 14.
Ryan, there's a number of ways you could treat this 3rd down. You're behind the sticks about 3rd and 14, or 3rd and 14. You can try and go for it and get it, throw a deep pass. You're going to have better pass protection. Greenbrier does have all three of their timeouts left, so you would hate to see them trying to attempt something, but let's see what they do here.
Quay's in the gun, twin receivers to both sides, drops back to pass. Now rolls to the near side of the field, tucks it and runs out of bounds, and pushed out of bounds by 3 Panthers. About where are they going to mark it? Now they're going to mark it all the way back to the 39-yard line. So Farmington's going to punt it away with 26 seconds left to go in the half, down 24-7. Shader plants his feet about the 25-yard line of Farmington. Here's the snap. It's a good snap. Punt is away by Shader. Bounds about the 30-yard line. Takes a Farmington roll. Is going to be down at about the 18-yard line with 13 seconds left to go in the half.
That was a pretty good punt. It got some good, decent yardage, and not only that, it took quite a bit of time off the clock there with the roll helping out. 13 seconds. I would assume if I'm Greenbrier, I'm playing a little more conservative and just going to kneel it, let the clock run out. But obviously defense is going to play the pass just in case. You don't want to let up anything big before the half.
So here comes Greenbrier, 1st and 10 from their own 18. Wilcox is in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side. Single setback, single receiver split out wide to the far side of the field. Handoff coming to the near side of the field. Trey Havens breaks one. Up across the 30-yard line and down to about the 32-yard line, where it'll be a 1st down with 6 seconds remaining to go in the half. Farmington's case, the clock will stop as soon as the chains are set. In fact, they're just going to let it run. So that'll take us to halftime with Farmington down 24-7 to Greenbrier at halftime. Dallas will take a quick timeout and come back for a little bit and talk about the first half of play and what we can look forward to in the second half of play, and maybe play a little bit of, just a little song for us. So we'll take a quick timeout. You'll listen to the Farmington Cardinal Football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network. We're back, Cardinal fans, at halftime, where the Redbirds are down 24-7. And Dallas, your thoughts on the first half?
As far as the offense goes, if you start there, we scored on the first drive. What really helped, we kind of mixed it up, our runs and our passes. We ended up scoring. Josh Stepmeyer took it on that fullback dive right up the middle for about 15, 20 yards, I don't remember. But really since then, we haven't been able to get back in our flow. Been kind of off balance. We played behind the chains a little bit, had some false starts, some other penalties that have hurt us. And really just, I feel like if we can eliminate some of the self-inflicted errors, hold on to the ball, and don't put ourselves in bad positions, it's really going to help the flow and our rhythm, and you can get back to balancing it out between your runs, your passes, doing what you like to do. On the defensive side of the ball, we've kind of been hurt. They've had pretty good field position for the most part. They've really been switching it up, keeping us on our toes. And I feel like one improvement we need to make is just kind of, it's mental. Right now we are down 24-7, so it can feel like you have a lot to do and you have to do it all on one drive, which is not the case. You really just, the way you come back from deficits like that is just doing a little by a little. Third down stop here, get some points. Third down stop there, maybe grab a turnover. We haven't forced a turnover on them. Either an interception or forcing a fumble would really go a long way in getting the momentum back. Because to Greenbrier's credit, they've been playing a pretty clean game offensively so far, aside from the penalties. So it's hard to come back when you're not pressuring them as much as you'd like to be.
Yeah, that's a great call out. And one of the things that we talked about, keys to the game for Farmington, is maintain the rock, take care of the rock, don't give it up. And we saw where Quay had a fumble, Jaden Shader had a fumble earlier in the both, I believe, were in the first half, obviously they both were in the first half, but I think Shader's ended up being a fumble right at the beginning of the game, second or third drive for Farmington. Quay gave one up early in the second quarter, and winning the turnover battle will help you. The good thing about it for Farmington is the fact that we do get the second half kickoff. We take that ball down the field, score. You're only down by 10 at that point in time. And like you said, get a stop from the defensive side, and then turn around and score again, and then you're right back in the ball game. We're not out of this ball game. There's still 24 game minutes to play, so we're not out of it. We got to control it the way that we know to control it. Stay inside of our game plan. Take care of the rock. Force a turnover or get some defensive stops, and you're right back in this game and can turn it around in a hurry. So we may be down right now, but we're definitely not out of it. And one thing that we have seen over the previous 5 games is in the second half, there always seems to be something a little different about the Farmington Cardinals coming out of the second half. Some halftime adjustments made on the offensive side of the ball, halftime adjustments made on the defensive side of the ball, and there's just a little bit of a spark. Hopefully in the locker room those kids are holding their heads high and understanding the fact that they're not out of it yet. It's very easy to turn around and score 17 points to tie the score back, and potentially you score 3 touchdowns and hold them twice and you're ahead, and by 4 at that point in time. So down but not out, and we'll see what happens in the second half. And Dallas, I don't know if you have heard the news or not, but since you graduated last year, there has been a gentleman by the name of A.J. Harris that has graced Farmington with his presence. He's from Miami, Florida. He is a substitute teacher in the area. He's a rapper. He's, just in general, he's got on his webpage, he's got a whole long list of things. Used to be a former teacher. Used to be working with kids through his church, various churches that he's been a part of, and he has come up with a rap song specifically for Farmington. And if you haven't heard it, you're missing out. But if you haven't heard it, the good news is that we brought it along with us. AJ has definitely been kind enough to go ahead and let us use his song, and anytime that we wanted to, for whatever we wanted to. So we're going to play that for you right now. We're going to let you listen along. This is AJ Harris, almost said AJ Styles, who is a professional wrestler. But nonetheless, this is AJ Harris with the Cardinal Rule.
Yeah.
What's going on? Y'all ready? I go by the name of 12th Ave AJ, you dig? Yeah. And y'all know what the cardinal rule is, right? Ball till we fall. www.thejhp.com. Tunnel with every intention to pummel. Their team are ready to rumble, bro. It's going down like a funnel. On point like people who tattle. We're cards, respect the deck, bro. Might have you running back frozen, homie. That ball is what he will let go. These birds are flying, won't let you find a way to lock us down. This ain't Petco. We'll keep you busy like techno. Bet you understand from the get-go. Don't let your homies gas you up, my man. You'll pay for using that petro. When Cardinal after Cardinal show you just how they've been trained by coaches Metro. Our fans are modern and retro. They're here to watch us like Rolex. Teach all about stepping in this nest. We're charged with keeping that codex. Our bleachers look just like peppermints, cause they're flooded full of that red and white. And our band is pumping, cheerleaders jumping y'all into something it's on tonight. Welcome to Farmington, where the autos are flagged up. And it's common to see that bird on our decals and tags, bruh. Welcome to Farmington, where the autos are flagged up. And it's common to see that bird on our decals and tags, bruh. Pads on, helmets down. Coaches know that we're ready. Bright lights, hype, right? Man, we're chasing confetti. Wings up, flying around the field, homie. We do this. Farmington representer and tough is what my crew is. Guess what the cardinal rule is? Ball till we fall, meaning give it your all. Execute every call. Guess what the cardinal rule is? Ball till we fall, meaning give it your all. Execute every call. Shout out to the Cards. Farmington is the squad. Might make our haters applaud, even if they feel odd. Got defensive players out to lay you down on the side. Homie, we do it broad. Make a play, give a nod. No intentions to hurt you, but understand that we're popping. Let me just make it plain like the pizza came with no topping. Cheese. I smile for the camera after wins, then be like, let's do this next week, homie, and call it twins. Our quarterback is throwing bullet bills, man, it's looking like Super Mario. To players you can't stick like controllers built for Atari, bro. Have you on your knees like gotta work on my cardio. We've gotta beat you, you're a dog, son, no Rosario. And whether D or O, our line will not resign. On any play at any time, come with your design, so that our ends can meet your full half or quarterback. Behind the line, now take it back like, wait, we didn't order that. Pads on, helmets down, coaches know that we're ready. Bright lights, hype, right? Man, we're chasing confetti. Wings up, flying around the field, homie, we do this. Farmington representer and tough is what my crew is. Guess what the cardinal rule is? Ball till we fall, meaning give it your all. Execute every call. Guess what the cardinal rule is? Ball till we fall, meaning give it your all. Execute every call. Running, but you may not move forward, bro. That's a Nordic track. Might turn your superstar into dust soon as we orbit that. We're all up for a group tackle. We share some big hits like drumsticks to snare drums. Loving to light y'all up like when the fairs come. We're bout it. No faking like when you air strum. And we're a unit, none can deny we're a special team. Defense, offense, and the special team. Running, but you may not move forward, bro. That's a Nordic track. Might turn your superstar into dust soon as we orbit that. We're all up for a group tackle. We share some big hits like drumsticks to snare drums. Loving to light y'all up like when the fairs come. We're bout it. No faking like when you air strum. And we're a unit, none can deny we're a special team. Defense, offense, and the special teams.
There you have it, Dallas. A.J. Harris with the cardinal rule. Basically what it boils down to, ball till we fall.
I like that. It had some nice flow. Being a fellow musician, I feel like I can critique this nice all-around song. It really did. I highlighted a lot of the things, like you said, ball till we fall. And I can respect this. I feel like he brings something nice to the town of Farmington. And I'm sure you're aware, with plenty of talented people in Farmington all around, in all sorts of fields and areas and aspects of life. This is just one example.
Right. Well, it's 8 minutes to go till halftime is over. Farmington's down 24-7 to Greenbrier, and hopefully we come back and do exactly what we said, take the opening kickoff of second half and score to bring it to 24-14, hopefully, for the Redbirds. So plenty of time to go in the ball game. We're going to take a quick break and come back at the start of the second half. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal Football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network. Saving up for or ready to start thinking about and building your dream home from the ground up? If it is that time for that decision to become a reality for you, wait no longer and reach out to Bauman and Crossnow Construction. Established in 2013, Mike Bauman alongside with Michael and Lane Crossnow, Bauman and Crossnow Construction specialize in residential custom homes, general contracting, multi-family homes, and other specialized homes as well. Having lived in Northwest Arkansas for a combined 61 years, Bauman and Crossnow Construction are no strangers to the Northwest Arkansas and Farmington areas. They can be reached at www.baumancrossnow.com. Bauman and Crossnow Construction, where your dream home can become a reality, are proud supporters of Farmington Cardinal Athletics. Go Cards! Are you in the market for some exterior or home improvements? Is your home ready for new siding, gutters, or metal roof, or asphalt roof? Do you need a new metal building or a shop? Give Foster's Exterior Solutions a call today. Locally owned and operated right here in Farmington since 2008, Foster's Exterior Solutions is a proud supporter of Farmington Cardinal Athletics.
Hello, this is Kerry Pitts with Foster's Exterior Solutions. Please give us a call for all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs. We're at 479-445-9799. Go Cardinals.
Real estate is like football. You want a winning team that knows how to run offense and defense, knows the plays, the competition, how to score, and isn't afraid to get a little dirty. The McNaughton team knows two important things. One, how to help you buy, sell, invest in, and manage real estate. And two, how to cheer on the home team with an awesome tailgate event. For all your real estate needs, visit us at allnwahomes.com. McNaughton, your neighborhood community realtors.
Ozark Dermatology offers full medical, surgical, and aesthetic services. Our team offers comprehensive care for medical and surgical conditions for adults and children. Our experienced, board-certified physicians and highly trained physician extenders provide state-of-the-art diagnosis, treatments, and procedures in a relaxed and compassionate setting. Let Ozark Dermatology be your path to healthy skin. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest. Today's goal, outmaneuver these chess pros.
Checkmate.
Checkmate.
Checkmate. Checkmate.
Okay. I should let an expert like James help me. And for your financial goals, Arvest is the expert. Our approach to financial planning will help you make all the right moves. Get started now and be prepared for the future like royalty. Trust the experts. Trust Arvest. Hear from a chess pro at our experts website.
At Farmington High School, we have a vast array of technology, ranging from MacBooks to 3D printers, touchscreens, and various broadcasting equipment to show sporting events, concerts, and pep rallies in the highest quality possible.
Here at Farmington, we take our athletic program seriously. We strive for greatness in every sport, whether it's baseball, softball, football, basketball, volleyball, golf, track, cross country, cheer, dance, or tennis. We settle for nothing short of excellence. With top-of-the-line facilities and new ones to come, Farmington is a place for all athletes.
Zing Broadband is a proud sponsor of area schools and is excited to offer incredible fast internet speeds. Our students can focus on what really matters, knowing that Zing Broadband can keep up with them. We recognize the hard work and dedication of our students and athletes, and we've built a network to deliver their demand. Zing Broadband proudly serves our local communities and supports all their endeavors.
The academies give students an opportunity to be grouped together with other students that have similar career interests so that we're not all part of just a big student population. We are all headed in the same direction.
We're really excited to implement them to provide some career training for kids as they get out into the real world, so they have the expectations and they know what's going to go on, so that if they're going into the workforce or if they're going to college, they're already prepared for those things.
Have you been saving up for or ready to start thinking about and building your dream home from the ground up? If it is that time for that decision to become a reality for you, wait no longer and reach out to Bauman & Crossnow Construction. Established in 2013, Mike Bauman, alongside with Michael and Lane Crossnow, Bauman & Crossnow Construction specialize in residential custom homes, general contracting, multifamily homes, and other specialized homes as well. Having lived in Northwest Arkansas for a combined 61 years, Bauman & Crossnow Construction are no strangers to the Northwest Arkansas and Farmington areas. They can be reached at www.baumancrossnow.com. Bauman & Crossnow Construction, where your dream home can become a reality, are proud supporters of Farmington Cardinal Athletics. Go Cards!
Real estate is like football. You want a winning team that knows how to run offense and defense, knows the plays, the competition, how to score, and isn't afraid to get a little dirty. The McNaughton team knows two important things. One, how to help you buy, sell, invest in, and manage real estate. And two, how to cheer on the home team with an awesome tailgate event. For all your real estate needs, visit us at allnwahomes.com. McNaughton, your neighborhood community realtors.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest. Today's goal, outmaneuver these chess pros.
Checkmate.
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 Checkmate. Checkmate.
Okay. I should let an expert like James help me. And for your financial goals, Arvest is the expert. Our approach to financial planning will help you make all the right moves. Get started now and be prepared for the future like royalty. Trust the experts. Trust Arvest. Hear from a chess pro at our experts website.
saving up for or ready to start thinking about and building your dream home from the ground up? If it is that time for that decision to become a reality for you, wait no longer and reach out to Bauman and Crossnow Construction. Established in 2013, Mike Bauman, alongside with Michael and Lane Crossnow, Bauman and Crossnow Construction specialize in resident.
All right, welcome back, Cardinal fans, to Greenbrier, Arkansas. We are set to start the second half of the Clarksville Panthers Farmington Cardinal game. Currently 24-7 in favor of the Greenbrier Panthers. This is Dallas Walker alongside co-host Brian Dean.
Welcome back. Dallas, sorry, I had to take a little phone call real quick. Start of the second half, like we mentioned, going into halftime. The good thing about it is that Farmington does get the ball, and we're only down 17 points. You got 24 game minutes to play in the ball game, and you take this opening drive of the second half down the field and score, and you're back within 10, potentially. So we'll see how it goes. Second half about to get underway. Greenbrier's got it teed up on their 40-yard line. Sturgeon and Quay back deep for the Cardinals. Here's the kick. It's a high end-over-end kick. Taken by Sturgeon at the 8-yard line, up over the 10 to the 20, up to the 25. Trying to break loose and push the pile ahead, and he's going to be brought down at the 25-yard line where the Redbirds will have it 1st and 10.
And Brian, one thing I don't think we talked about is the fact that Farmington hasn't really seen a deficit like this so far this season. They've been winning in most of the games at halftime or tied. So to be down 17 points at halftime, it's going to be a test here to see how they come out and answer. This is really what you want to see the seniors and the leadership step up and say,
right.
Hey, we still have a whole half to play. Like, we're not out of this yet.
And that's a great call, Dallas. Great call. Quay's in the shotgun formation. 2 receivers to the near side. Fake handoff to Shader. Quay rolls to his left. Dodges a tackle. Gets up over the 25 to about the 29-yard line before running out of bounds. Bring up about 2nd down and 6.
And one thing that I'd kind of like to see out of Farmington right here, maybe take a page out of Greenbrier's playbook and just whittle away a few yards here, a few yards there, get them back on their heels, and then you throw a bomb or something downfield to maybe catch them off guard.
Quay's under center in the I formation come the Cardinals. Handoff to Shader to the near side of the field, gets up over the 30-yard line, dragged down at about the 34, and ahead of the chains we are. And like we mentioned time and time again, Dallas, 3-4 yards a pop, set yourself up with 3rd down and short, and here we have it, 3rd down and about 2.
Yeah, ask any offense. 3rd down and 1 is so much easier to convert than when you're looking at 3rd and 10. Like,
correct.
It just does wonders for your offense.
I formation, Quay up under center. Stepmeyer in the fullback position. Shader in the tailback position. Change of play. Quay drops back, throws a quick hitter out to Colin Hummels. Got to complete up to the 38-yard line of Farmington, and it is enough for a 1st down. Great job there by Colin Hummel. Multiple things. A, knowing where the sticks are. Getting ahead of the sticks, enough for a 1st down. B, securing the pass. C, hanging on to it until the referee said forward momentum has stopped, and then got dragged down to the field.
Right. We almost saw that same exact play last week at Alma, like you said. Knowing where the stakes are, that's just a really nice awareness play right there. Not needing to get way more, just getting what you need.
I formation, Quay up under center. Comes a handoff, counter trade to Shader. Coming to the near side, gets up to about the 40-yard line. Bring up 2nd down and about 8. Jacob Kettle in on the stop for Greenbrier. Jacob Keller, sorry. Misread it. That's what happens when you read too many names all at once.
Happens to the best of us, Brian.
Old fogies more than young fogies. Quay's in the gun. Shader's to his left. Sturgeon split out wide to the near side, twin receivers to the far side. Quay gets the snap, throws it across the middle to Ben Macedo. It is complete. Up to about the 44-yard line of Farmington. Bring up about third down and a long 4, short 5.
There you go.
Is that right? Apparently I missaid that earlier.
It's all about perspective. One thing I really like, the pass protection was just good enough right there to get the pass off. We didn't see a lot of consistent pass protection in the first half, is mainly why we didn't see a ton of shots.
Fake handoff to Shader, up the middle. Quay threw a bullet out to the Farmington sideline, incomplete. Looked like it was intended for Macedo. Brings up about 4th and 5. Redbirds appear to be electing to punt. Shader's going to dig his feet in about his own 29-yard line. Here's the snap. Kick is away. End over end wobbly kick. Bounds about the 22-yard line. Takes a Farmington roll down to about the Greenbrier 18. Where Greenbrier have it 1st and 10 from their own 18-yard line. 9:04 to go in the third quarter. Greenbrier's up 24-7.
And Brian, I know we talked about coming out on offense and making a statement at the start of the second half. We did punt right there, but it's also very possible to go out and make a statement on defense. You know, obviously they scored 24 points in the half, and so really coming out here and getting a turnover, which we haven't had 3rd and out or 3 and out, that could also be a big statement play right there if that were to happen.
Greenbrier's in the shotgun formation. Wilcox hands it off to his running back, gets up to the 25, the 30, the 35, breaks a tackle, and gets popped down about the 37-yard line of Greenbrier. That was Trey Havens, and he is shaken up on the play. Gets up on it under his own will. Good to see that. He's going to be replaced by number 28, Dawson Spencer.
And if you're looking at Greenbrier's offense, my guess is they wouldn't change a whole lot from or go away from what's been working for them. So the advantage is, obviously you can't just assume that they're going to be running the same stuff, but you kind of got to really fix up on what you didn't do right in the first half.
Here's Spencer with a handoff. He's going to pick up about a yard, bring up 2nd and 9. Yeah, that goes back to one of those old sayings, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And the first half, that offense for Greenbrier worked as they've jumped out to a 24-7 lead over Farmington. Greenbrier has it 2nd down and about 9. Twin receivers to both sides. Spencer in the backfield next to Wilcox. Here's the snap. Fakes a handoff, pulls it back, got a man open in the flat. Caught about the 41-yard lines. Number 16, Logan King, rumbles down to about the Farmington 48-yard line where they'll have it 1st and 10. Shotgun formation for Wilcox. Single receiver to the near side, twins to the far side. Handoff goes to Spencer, breaks it to the outside, cuts upfield, gets across the 40, down to the 35-30, down to the 25. Brings up 1st and 10 from about the 25-yard line of Farmington. Ian Cartwright in on the tackle for Farmington. Twin receivers to the far side, single receiver to the near side. Now they shift to the other side. Twin receivers near side, single receiver far side. Running back swaps positions around the quarterback. That's Spencer. Wilcox in the gun. Calls for the snap. Hand off to Spencer. Reverses field, comes back to the near side, and is going to be wrestled down after a gain of about 2.
And yeah, that was a really good touchdown-saving tackle right there on that the play before this previous one by Ian Cartwright. You really want to hope that that tackle meant something, saved a touchdown, and we're going to go ahead and make a stop right here. It's really what you would love to see. with your Cardinal defense. But hopefully 2 stops right here to bring out a 4th down. We have seen that they can hit field goals from around this range-ish.
Correct.
So might want to push him back. A sack would be huge here.
Wilcox in the gun. Twin receivers to his left. Fakes a handoff. Throws a quick hitter out to the outside, the left side. Pick up about 7 yards to bring up 3rd and short.
Pass was complete to number 29, Brody Johnson.
29, Brody Johnson on the reception for Greenbrier. 3rd down and 1. DeCorey Thomas in on the tackle for Farmington. Big play here for the Farmington defense. Wilcox in the gun, 3 receivers to the near side of the field, single receiver to the far side. Hand off to Spencer, cuts it upfield, gets down to about the 11-yard line of Farmington. It is enough for a 1st down.
Dawson Spencer on the carry. He picks up the 1st down for Greenbrier.
1st and 10 from the 11. Greenbrier can pick up a 1st down about the 2-yard line of Farmington. Greenbrier is in the shotgun. Single receiver to the far side. Single setback. Twins to the near side. Wilcox calls for the snap. Hands it off to Spencer. Cuts upfield. Rumbling down to about the 9-yard line. There is a penalty marker on the field.
Colton Kilgore.
Holding called against Greenbrier, so that'll back him up 10 yards from the spot of the foul. And the ball is going to be placed, looks about the 21-yard line of Farmington. 1st down and about $17.
Scoreboard says 1st and 20. I'll take that.
Here comes motion from Spencer coming to the near side of the field. Wilcox eludes a tackler, almost picked off at the 1-yard line by Farmington, and it goes incomplete. Bring up 2nd and 20.
This will bring up a 2nd and 20.
Can you see what number that is, Dallas?
On offense or defense?
Defense.
Defense, I do believe that was number 12 out there, Ian Cartwright. I did like that play right there. Although we didn't get the sack, we forced the pressure, and he couldn't really quite step into that pass, and as a result, threw an inaccurate one that they couldn't complete.
Wilcox hands it off to Spencer coming to the near side of the field, stretching it out to the outside. Tries to break a tackle about his Farmington 12-yard line. There is a marker on the field, so we'll see what the call is. I believe it's going to be holding against Greenbrier again. Holding Greenbrier. So that'll back him up.
And Brian, most of their big plays I've noticed have come from when they run the ball, and they don't get the holding penalties, that is. But another thing, if you look at their passing game, it's really been hard to stop it because when they pass it, they haven't, aside from the deep shot they took just now, they haven't been taking a lot of deep passes. They like the short, quick ones, the slants, the screens. You know, the quarterback doesn't have the ball for very long, so you can't, you got to get to him quick if you want to sack. And the receivers really only need about a second of separation.
Be about 2nd down and 25 for Greenbrier. 3 receivers to the far side of the field. Now goes in motion is Spencer. Wilcox avoids pressure of Farmington. And great pass break up by Ian Cartwright for Farmington to force a 3rd down and long for Greenbrier. Nice job right there. Cartwright snuck his hand in there to break up the pass at the very last second.
Yeah, Cartwright's not a name that we've called a lot this game. Up until these last couple plays, had the touchdown-saving tackle, had the deflection on that deep pass earlier, and then a good stop right there.
So Greenbrier's got it about 3rd down and 25 from the Farmington 25-yard line. 3 receivers to the near side, single setback, single receiver to the near side. Handoff goes up the middle of Spencer. And he's going to push ahead for about a gain of 2 to bring up 4th down at the Farmington 23-yard line. And it looks like Greenbrier is going to elect to attempt a field goal.
Now, if you didn't catch the last field goal, it was kind of a knuckleball, like you said. Just kind of made it over the bottom crossbar, maybe about a yard or 2. So this one will be a close one.
They're going to place the tee down at the 31-yard line of Farmington. It'll be a 41-yard field goal attempt by Greenbrier. Here's the snap, holds down, kick is up, and he pulled it left. No good. So good defensive stand there by Farmington. Hopefully that'll serve as a shot in the arm for him and can come back and move the ball down the field to pull within 10. With 4:07 to go, Greenbrier leads it 24-7 in the third quarter. 4:07 remaining in the third quarter. Greenbrier 24, Farmington 7. As Farmington takes over 1st and 10 from their own 20-yard line.
Yeah, I really like the Cardinals' fight right there on defense. Carrat had that touchdown-saving tackle where they broke into the red zone. And really from there, they pushed him back. Penalties hurt him a little bit. And then we just, obviously they missed the field goal, but nice play right there on defense.
Little screen coming out here to the near side by Sturgeon. Makes a man miss at the 23-yard line. Pushes forward to the 26-yard line. It's going to bring up about 2nd down and 4 for Farmington. Quay's got the play. Comes to the huddle with 19 seconds to go. Cardinals break the huddle with 16. Quay comes up under center. Offset eye for the Redbirds. 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Quay calls the snap. It's a pitch out to the near side of the field to Shader. Gets across the 30-yard line down to about the... Well, now they're going to mark him at the 30-yard line. It's close to a first down, if not a first down. I believe they should be moving the chains, though, but that's from my perspective up here. Looky there. Jacob Keller in on the stop for Greenbrier. 1st down and 10 from the 30. Quay's in the gun. Shader to his right. Twin receivers Sturgeon and Stetmeyer to the near side. Little flare pattern. Little flare pass out to Shader, who's going to lose about 3 yards on the play.
And Brian, I think one thing you haven't seen a lot of tonight from the Cardinals offense is their play action and their bootlegs they like with Quay. They haven't been able to get the running game going as much as they'd like to. So obviously it's a lot harder to run those types of plays when the offense it's not in the rhythm that you'd like it to be in.
Right. Cardinals break the huddle with 16 seconds to go. 2nd down at about 12. Quay's in the gun. Shader split next to him on his left. Twin receivers to both sides. Quay calls for the snap, drops back, rolls to the left, makes a couple guys miss, and now he's running up over the 30, up to about the 33, 34-yard line, and out of bounds. Bring up about 3rd down and 7, which is manageable here, Dallas, and I think it's approaching the point in time in the ball game down 24-7 that you got to start thinking we got to keep moving the chains even if it means on a 4th down play.
Right, and when you're down 24-7, you got to start to get a little bit aggressive. Obviously, you don't want to, throw the ball away and get careless with it, but you got to take some shots. You got to let the defense know that, you're willing to try things and you're going to get creative here on offense.
Quay's in the gun. Shader's to his left, twin receivers to his left, single receiver to his right. Handoff goes to Shader, breaks it up to the outside. Great blocking by Colin Hummel, frees Shader up across the 40, across the 45, and they're going to mark him out of bounds at the 45-yard line, or down at the 45-yard line. It'll be 1st and 10 for Farmington.
And that's a really good play call on 3rd and 7. It's kind of right there in the middle where most teams are going to pass it right there, but obviously caught him off guard there with the little draw play, and Shader is able to bounce it outside with good blocking by Hummel right there and get out for the 1st down.
So here comes the Cardinals in the single setback. Sturgeon goes across the field in motion. Quay rolls to the near side of the field, lofts it downfield, and that into double coverage. And I'll tell you, Dallas, that's a great play right there by Colin Hummel, as that throw was a little underthrown and had two Panthers right in front of him. Hummel just steps up and says, you know what, if I can't make this pass, I'm going to at least knock it away, preserve an interception from taking place, and that's what happened.
Right. Sometimes as a receiver, you got to help your quarterback out, and sometimes you got to play defender. I did like how you said he came back to the ball, turned his curled around, and made sure that it didn't turn into something bad.
Quay's under center, I formation. Comes the handoff to Shader, cuts it upfield, gets up to about the 50-yard line, where it'll be third down and about 5. Well, I don't understand this. We got one. We have two side refs. One was at the 47, the other was at the 50. We get the ball at the 50. So third and about 5.
I have noticed that there has been quite a bit of respotting the ball. One ref seems to think one thing, another ref is on a different page.
Terrion Swift in the fullback position. Quay's in the gun. Rolls out to his right. Throws the ball downfield. Dangerous pass, but it's incomplete and out of bounds is what they call it. Bring up 4th and 5 from about the 50.
Yeah, he had possession of the ball, good catch, just I don't think he quite got that foot down in time and inbounds to qualify as a catch.
So we'll see what Farmington does here.
Looks like they're bringing out their offense.
Quay's out on the field, so is Shader, so it could be one of those tricky situations. And Greenbrier is going to call a timeout. With 1:38 to go in the third quarter, Greenbrier's up 24-7 over Farmington. We'll take a quick break. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal Football on Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
Are you in the market for some exterior or home improvements? Is your home ready for new siding, gutters, or metal roof, or asphalt roof? Do you need a new metal building or a shop? Give Foster's Exterior Solutions a call today. Locally owned and operated right here in Farmington since 2008, Foster's Exterior Solutions is a proud supporter of Farmington Cardinal Athletics.
Hello, this is Kerry Pitts with Foster's Exterior Solutions. Please give us a call for all your roofing, siding, and gutter needs. We're at 479-445-9799. Go Cardinals.
Real estate is like football. You want a winning team that knows how to run offense.
We're back, Cardinal fans. 4th and 5 for the Cardinals. They do have the offense on the field. Quay's up under center. Shader in the backfield. Sturgeon to the near side of the field. Now goes in motion. Fakes the jet sweep. Quay rolls to the near side. It's going to be a throwback into double coverage and out of bounds. So it'll be a turnover on downs for the Cardinals, and Greenbrier have it 1st and 10 from the 50.
Yeah, I know that's a tough play to watch if you're a Farmington fan. Obviously, you always want to try and get it to your target, especially when you have Drew Sturgeon out there that you haven't really targeted him a lot. But if Quay looks to the left side of the ball, he's got Macedo waving his hand downfield right in the middle of the field. And when they're on the rollout right there, Colin Hummel, I believe, was also, he had some separation there.
So Greenbrier has it 1st and 10 from the 50. Wilcox in the shotgun, 3 receivers to the near side of the field, single receiver to the far side. Here's a handoff. Spencer, ball's on the ground, kick backwards, and Wilcox is going to fall on it, unfortunately for Farmington. They're going to spot it down at the 39-yard line of Greenbrier. Be 2nd down at about 21.
Although you really love the loss on that play, that's just one that you really would have loved and honestly needed to get back if you're the Farmington Cardinals right there.
60 seconds to go in the third quarter. Sorry, Dallas.
I was just going to say, they haven't had a turnover all game, and that was a big chance right there, big opportunity.
2 receivers to the near side, single receiver split out wide to the far side. Wilcox in the gun. Low snap, fakes a handoff. Here's the throw. Picked off by Kyle Welkley at the 45. Oh, almost broke a tackle at the 42-yard line, and there's a turnover. Hopefully that sparks the offense. Kyle Wilkley went up high pointed that pass, and secured the interception for Farmington.
You know, Brian, I guess I spoke a play too soon. They really went up there. They must have heard something we were talking about. Kyle Wilkley, really, he's got a number of picks, I believe, this season, including one he had against Peerage, I believe, that helped seal the game. He's really stepped up this year. Really been a nice addition, not addition, but really new leader on the defense this year, and it's one that the Cardinal defense has benefited from.
Kyle Wilkley is also the two-time Big Dog Simple Simon Pizza winner. Simple Simon Big Dog of the Week for Farmington. Here's Quay with a rollout to his right. Dodges a tackle, throws the ball across the middle, complete at the 50-yard line. I believe that's Drew Sturgeon. Or is that? Yep, that is Drew. Nice rollout and way to avoid the tackle there, Quay, and good hard pass. Back across field, across his body to Drew Sturgeon to bring up second down and about 4. Quay's in the gun, Shader to his left, 2 receivers to his left, 2 receivers to his right. Quay drops back, looking, got plenty of time, throws across the middle, incomplete.
Pass is incomplete. It was intended for number 47.
Intended for number 47, Josh Stepmeyer. Third down and about 3, 4. Third down and 4 for Farmington. Stepmeyer and Hummel come split out wide. Shader in the backfield next to Quay in the gun. 2 receivers to the far side of the field. Quay takes it on a quarterback draw. He's got enough for a first down. Cross the 45. Dodges another tackle. Gets tackled down to about the 42-yard line, 43-yard line, where 2 penalty markers come flying in. Maybe a face mask going to be called on Greenbrier. We'll wait and see. Personal foul, face mask, Greenbrier. So that'll mark off 15 extra yards. Take the ball down to the Greenbrier 28-yard line, where Farmington will have it 1st and 10. And that's the end of the third quarter of play. 24-7, Greenbrier leads it at the end of 3. We'll take a quick timeout. Dallas Walker alongside Brian Dean from Greenbrier Field in Greenbrier, Arkansas. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
Ozark Dermatology offers full medical, surgical, and aesthetic services. Our team offers comprehensive care for medical and surgical conditions for adults and children. Our experienced, board-certified physicians and highly trained physician extenders provide state-of-the-art diagnosis, treatments, and procedures in a relaxed and compassionate setting. Let Ozark Dermatology be your path to healthy skin. Visit any of our 3 convenient locations in Northwest Arkansas.
Hi, I'm Jack with Arvest. Today's goal, outmaneuver these chess pros.
Checkmate.
Welcome back, Cardinal fans. Start of the fourth quarter. Farmington has it 1st and 10 from the Greenbrier 28-yard line. Quay's in the gun. Shader to his left. Rolls out to his right. Throws a pass just under throwing a bit to Colin Hummel. Bring up 2nd down and 10. Not a bad idea. Just plant your feet first, Quay, and make a good hard throw. Bit underthrowing. Nonetheless, again, Dallas, that's a whole lot easier said than done. When we're standing up here 35 yards away from the play.
Yeah, we talked about it earlier in the game. He has been a little bit inaccurate on a few plays, but then again, it's really hard to just throw when you're on the run like that, running in one direction, throwing in another. It's much easier to plant your feet, and that's something that we haven't been able to do because of our pass protection.
Quay's in the gun under a little bit of duress by Greenbrier, and then throws a pass intended for Josh Stepmeyer. Incomplete. Bring up 3rd down and 10. The thing that I do like about that play there, Dallas, is the fact that Quay did throw it away instead of taking the sack and losing some yards. Another 2 yards on that pass. A little bit extra strength, and that pass is complete to Stepmeyer, and who knows what would have happened with him. Quay goes up under center. Shader in the backfield. Sturgeon and Macedo split out to Quay's right. Colin Hummel to his left. Here comes a screen pass. And it's complete to Shader. Breaks a couple of tackles. Still on his feet before finally being brought down at the 34-yard line of Greenbrier. White hat throws his hat. Couple other penalty markers on the field. I have a feeling that the white hat threw his hat because of a spearing call. We'll wait to see what all the calls are.
Yeah. Looks like 2 flags on the play. The white hat, someone lost their towel. Looks like it's laundry night tonight.
Believe they're going to get number 16, if that is indeed the call. Number 16 for we'll see what the calls are. Personal foul, face mask.
Against Greenbrier. Personal foul.
Looks like this is going to be a double personal foul.
Yep. Well, what happens is you got one in the play, which is the personal foul face mask, so that'll mark off 15 yards. And then after the play, the personal foul, that marched off an additional 15 yards. So Farmington have it first and goal at their own at Greenbrier's 9-yard line. 11:38 to go in the ball game. Cardinals threatening. Down 24-7. Shader in the backfield. Quay under center. Quay fakes the pitch out to Shader. Rolls out to the far side of the field, looking for a man to get open. Does not find one. Stays on his feet. Makes a nice move. Great play by Quay to break 3 tackles before being ran out of bounds at the 5-yard line.
And it also looks like there's a penalty back there in the end zone. Might have been a coverage penalty.
Like a defensive holding or something like that?
Possibly. That or pass interference.
I don't know that you could have pass interference without the ball being thrown, though. I don't know.
I have seen crazier calls in.
That's true.
In football.
We'll see what the white hat says as we await the official call. He went over and talked to Farmington coach. Holding against the defense. That should make it first down from about the. That'll make it first down from. I cannot see where that's at. About the 4.
We'll call it 4.5. Long 4, short 5.
First and goal. Quay's up under center. Shader in the backfield. Single receiver split to the wide side of the field. Here's the toss sweep to Shader. Meets a man head on, buries his shoulder, and gets down to about the 2.5-yard line. Nice hard running by Shader there. Make that the 3.5.
And one thing I want to point out, I just realized, we have seen a lot of Jaden Shader this game, not as much of Caden Elsick.
Jumbo package in for the Redbirds. Pass is incomplete. Who threw that pass?
I believe that was Ian Cartwright. I was going to make a note of that right before they came in. They brought in the jumbo package for play action, and they brought Cartwright in to kind of throw a floater over to Macedo, who almost had it, but I think as he was landing, the defensive back bumped him and caused him to drop it. I haven't seen that wrinkle so far in their offense, but even though it was a drop, I still like the play call.
Twin receivers to both sides of Quay. Quay drops back. Now rolls out to his left. He's thought he was going to make it into the end zone, and defensive player for Greenbrier met him about the 1-yard line and knocks him down. 4th down and goal. Official timeout. Ryan Bernard on the stop for Greenbrier. Quay's a little shaken up on the play. Hopefully he's okay. Ian Cartwright checks back in for the Redbirds. Cardinals on the Greenbrier 1 in the I formation. Not sure what.
I don't believe the play. Oh, there we go.
All
The
right.
play clock was not running.
Play hadn't started yet. Stepmeyer in the fullback position. Cartwright up under center. Ball's on the floor. Picked up by Cartwright. And Greenbrier holds at the 1 yard line. Fact pushes the Cardinals backwards about a yard to the 2. PA announcer says Ryan Bernard was in on the tackle along with number 59. Brandon Beck for Greenbrier. So Greenbrier have it 1st and 10 from about their own 2. Be nice if we can draw up some sort of great coverage and blitz package for Farmington and tackle Greenbrier in the end zone. And now we're going to jump off sides. So that's a free 5 yards for Greenbrier, to give him 1st and 5 from about the 6. Low snap for Greenbrier. Handoff goes to number 23, I believe it is. Trey Havens gets back to, looks like back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd down and about 7 from the 5. Trey gets up to about the 10, 11 yard line. Bring up 3rd down and short for Greenbrier. 9:30 to go in the 4th quarter. 24-7. Greenbrier leads it.
Yeah, the one thing you can't do here, you can't turn around if you're the defense and put your chin down. You got to keep your head up and still make a stop. They still got it back in their own territory, so there's still time in position to make a play here.
Wilcox from the gun hands it off to Havens, who gets across the 10 up to about the 12 yard line. It is very close to a 1st down. I think they're going to measure it. Official timeout for a measurement. Maybe we'll get lucky here, Dallas, and he'll be short. And then we'll get a 4th down stand.
That's very possible. I thought for a second he was just going to eyeball it there. Earlier in the game, we thought we were going to have a measurement, and they ended up calling it. Ooh, that's right there on the edge. I don't know. I can't tell from here. Greenbrier says it's a 1st down. From this angle, it looks, I don't know. That's the closest I've seen.
1st down, Greenbrier.
Yeah, I don't think you can get any much of a closer call than that. That was right there. When they say inches, that was inches, maybe 1 inch.
I guess when things are going your way, they're going your way. Wilcox in the gun formation. Twin receivers to the near side of the field. Twin receivers to the far side. Havens shifts sides of the quarterback. Takes a handoff, gets across the 10, up, and then loses the ball. Scooped and scored for Farmington. Ian Cartwright, touchdown Cardinals. Ian Cartwright with a fumble recovery, scoop and score for the Redbirds to close the gap within 10, pending the extra point.
And Brian, that's just what we mentioned earlier. You can't get your chin down They kept their head up. Ian Cartwright making some plays on defense. The latest to scoop and score right there.
Yep. Exactly right. And probably most importantly on that play is no flags.
Correct.
Cartwright's going to do the hold-in for Farmington. Sturgeon set to attempt the PAT. Here's the snap, good hold. Kick is up. And it's good. So with 8:36 to go in the ball game, Farmington, off of a defensive touchdown, closes the gap to 10. There's still life in the Redbirds. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
At Farmington High School, we have a vast array of technology, ranging from MacBooks to 3D printers to touchscreens and various broadcasting equipment to show sporting events, concerts, and pep rallies in the highest quality possible.
Here at Farmington, we take our athletic program seriously. We strive for greatness in every sport, whether it's baseball, softball, football.
Welcome back, Cardinal fans. Off of a scoop and score touchdown by Ian Cartwright, Cardinals got it teed up at their 40-yard line. 8:36 left to go in the ball game. Redbirds down by 10 now, 24-14. Sturgeon's kick is high end-over-end kick, fielded at the 11-yard line by Greenbrier. Up across the 20, out to the 25, brought down to about the 28-yard line.
An interesting note, Brian, from what I overheard, the Greenbrier PA, it sounded like they said, I believe Harrison had won against Valonia 17-15, and I think they said Morrilton was up right now 20-12 over Alma.
I'm trying to find it. So Greenbrier's got it 1st and 10 from their own 27-yard line. Twin receivers to the near side of the field. Wilcox fakes the handoff. He's got a man open at the 30, sheds the tackles. Number 16, Logan King, is brought down at the 28-yard line, but forward progress had him up to the 30.
And Brian, we talked about it during that break. After that scoop and score right there, only a 10-point deficit now. You'd really like to hope that that really sparks some life into the defense and the rest of the team. We're going to see what kind of energy they bring out. 2nd down coming up right here, about 2nd and 9.
Wilcox is in the shotgun. Single setback. Handoff that goes to Spencer. Out to the far side of the field, being brought down by Cardinal at the 35-yard line. 3rd down and 3 for Greenbrier. Wilcox in the shotgun. Hands it off to Spencer. Cuts upfield, gets across the 35 and brought down about the 38-yard line, where it's going to be very close to a Greenbrier 1st down.
Looks like they're going to move the chains there and give it to Greenbrier. About 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter. Defense really needs to make a stop right here. They have a chance. 1st down and 10. Let's see what they're going to do here coming out. Greenbrier waiting to get the play call in. Obviously, being the 4th quarter, time running a little bit low so far. They're trying to drain the clock. We saw in the 1st half they were really running quick. Still a little bit of that, but obviously they're wanting to milk the clock a little bit.
Right. Here's Wilcox with a pass out to number 21, complete at the 46-yard line. Fumbles the ball. Picked up again by the Cardinals and knocked out of bounds at about the 41-yard line by number 81, James Payne.
Greenbrier fans aren't going to like that. They're calling he was down, but that was about as close as in front as they could get. He was almost down, to his credit. He had slowed down. Forward progress was almost out. And I don't remember who that was. I want to say it was Cartwright, but I'm not for sure. Just was ripping at that ball, tugging and pulling. Finally got it out.
And now we got a penalty marker after the play. It's going to be called on Greenbrier as a Panther rips his helmet off and slams it to the ground right in front of a referee. Unsportsmanlike conduct called on Greenbrier. That should move the ball down from the Greenbrier 40 to the Greenbrier 25, where Farmington will have it 1st and 10 from the 25. Some local scores: Harrison over Valonia final 17-15. Clarksville 62, Huntsville 13. Morrilton and Alma have yet to report a score, and we're 24-14 with 6:30 to go. Cartwright's in the gun. 2 receivers to his left. Single receiver to his right. Does not see the blindside defender coming. Is going to be sacked in the backfield for a 5-yard loss. Second down and 15 for Farmington.
And Brian, I think this goes without question. Obviously, right at 6 minutes, a little under now. You really got to come away with points here. It is a 10-point game, so in the scenario you get the field goal and get 3 points, it's still a one-possession game, but obviously 3 points is better than nothing.
Right. Twin receivers to the far side of the field. Ball's on the ground. Cartwright does a nice job to pick it up and secure the ball, and the pass goes incomplete, intended for, looks like number 9, Colin Hummel. 3rd down and 15 from the 30 of Greenbrier. 5:38 remaining in the ball game. Here comes Cartwright in the gun. Shader to his left. Twin receivers to the far side. Single receiver Hummel to the near side. Here's the snap. It's a low one. Throwing out to Sturgeon, who breaks a tackle up to the 25, down to the 15, breaks another tackle, spins out of control, not out of control, but spins out of another tackle before being ran out of bounds about the 11-yard line of Greenbrier. 1st and 10, Redbirds.
And I really like that was a crucial play right there. Low snap, ball was on the ground. Cartwright picks it up, dumps it off to Drew for the screen, and let Drew do the rest.
Drew do the rest. I like that. And that's exactly what happened, and like you mentioned, Cartwright did a nice job of securing that snap despite it being low. Twin receivers to both sides of Cartwright. Good snap, handoff to Shader, cuts it upfield, hurdles a offensive and a defensive player, gets down to about the 9-yard line of Greenbrier. The ball does come loose, picked up by Cartwright, but they already said his forward progress was stopped. 2nd down and about 7 from the 9-yard line. Cardinals can pick up a 1st down about the 3. Cartwright gets the play. 17 seconds remaining on the play clock. 4:53 to go in the game. Twin receivers to the right. Handoff goes to Shader, coming to the near side. In some trouble, and is going to be dropped for a loss down to the 11-yard line.
And if you're the Farmington Cardinal offense, you can't afford another drive like last time where we got down inside the 1-yard line and just couldn't come away with points. This is a little different scenario. Obviously, you're going to want to go for the 1st down or the touchdown. But you don't have to have a touchdown like I just mentioned. You can get the field goal and still bring it down to a one-possession game.
Right.
Just don't do anything that you would regret later.
Cartwright gets the play in. Shaders to his right. Single receivers to both sides of Cartwright. Here's the snap. Cartwright rolls to his right a little bit and is going to be sacked at the 29-yard line. Cartwright looked like he was going to do a throwback from his right back to the far side of the field. And that's going to bring up 4th down for Farmington from the Greenbrier 28-yard line. Good to see Quaid coming back into the ball game, at least for the hold. Here comes a 40-yard field goal by Drew Sturgeon. We know that he's got the leg. Low snap, good hold. The kick is up. And it's good. A 40-yard field goal by Drew Sturgeon brings the score to 24-17 with 3:18 to go in the ball game. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back from Panther Stadium in Greenbrier. For Dallas Walker, I'm Brian Dean. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal Football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
Zing Broadband is a proud sponsor of area schools and is excited to offer incredible fast internet speeds. Our students can focus on what really matters, knowing that Zing Broadband can keep up with them. We recognize the hard work and dedication of our students and athletes, and we've built a network to deliver their demand. Zing Broadband proudly serves our local communities and supports all their endeavors.
The academies give students an opportunity to be grouped together with other students that have similar career interests, so that we're not all part of just a big student population. We are all headed in the same direction.
We're really excited to implement them to provide.
Welcome back, Cardinal fans. 3:18 to go in the ball game. Cardinals cut the lead down to 7. Sturgeon's got it teed up at the 40-yard line. Here's a high pooch kick, bounding about the 30-yard line, picked up by Greenbrier. Sturgeon almost made a tackle on the play.
That was number 16, Logan King.
Logan Kane did a nice job avoiding the tackle. 1st down and 10 for Greenbrier. 3:13 to go. Greenbrier is going to have a 1st and 10 from their own 30.
3:13 left. We have all 3 of our timeouts, so
plenty of time. Just need a defensive stop, or heck, we'll take another turnover as Greenbrier, the last 2 possessions, have turned the ball over. One for a scoop and score by Ian Cartwright, and the other one for a pickup by Ian Cartwright. Back-to-back turnovers for Greenbrier. Wilcox in the gun. 3 receivers to the near side of the field. Handoff goes to Spencer. Gets up across the 35 out to about the 37-yard line of Greenbrier. Make it 2nd down and about 5.
And Brian, we talked about this at halftime. Obviously, you know, when we mentioned we had a whole another half left and it wasn't over, it really wasn't. You know, they waited around a little bit longer than most fans would have liked in the 4th quarter to bring it back, but better late than never.
Havens on the carry for Greenbrier. Now Wilcox is in the gun. Single receiver to the far side of the field. Trips to the near side. Havens in the backfield to his right. Low snap. Wilcox hands it off to Havens. He's going to be dropped at the line of scrimmage by Colton Kilgore. Bring up 3rd down. And Farmington's going to call a timeout as it brings up 3rd and 5. So with 2:23 left to go in the ball game, Greenbrier's got the ball up 24-17, but the Cardinals are threatening. We'll take a quick timeout and be right back. You're listening to Farmington Cardinal Football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.
You've been saving up for or ready to start thinking about and building your dream home from the ground up? If it is that time for that decision to become a reality for you, wait no longer and reach out to Bauman & Crossnow Construction. Established in 2013, Mike Bauman, alongside with Michael and Lane Crossnow, Bauman & Crossnow Construction specialize in residential custom homes, general contracting, multifamily homes, and other specialized homes as well. Having lived in Northwest Arkansas for a combined 61 years, Bauman & Crossnow Construction are no strangers to the north.
We're back, Cardinal fans. Big 3rd down coming up for Greenbrier and the Farmington Cardinals. Greenbrier's got the ball 3rd and 6 from their own 34-yard line. Cardinals need a stand. Twin receivers to both sides of the field for Wilcox. Havens in the backfield. We need a 3rd down stop. Good snap, fake the handoff. Wilcox under pressure, slips out of a tackle, and then gets knocked out of bounds. Great play there by the Redbirds. After a gain of about 1, is going to bring up 4th down and 5 for Greenbrier. We'll see what Greenbrier does. They appear to be electing to punt. So the Redbird defense down by 7, holds again with 2:16 left to go. Sturgeon set to return for the Redbirds, planting his heels about the 30-yard line. Here's the snap. It's a high one. Lofty gets the kick away. Gets a Greenbrier roll, and then is going to be settled at the Farmington 36-yard line, where the Redbirds will have it 1st and 10 with 2:07 left to go. In the ball game, down by 7, 24-17. Well, Quay came out to hold. Do you think Quay's back, or do you think it's Cartwright?
I don't know. I guess we won't really know until they come out on the field. Right now, it looks like Cartwright's coming out, which tells me that, well, actually, we see Cartwright's lining out wide as a receiver.
Twin receivers to Quay's right. Single set back in the backfield. Single receiver to the far side. 1st and 10, Farmington. Missing a player. Here comes Shader. Here's the snap, a little bit low. Farmington's going to get called for a false start. That'll back him up 5 yards, make it 1st and 15.
Yeah, those kinds of penalties are really going to hurt you when you're in a drive like this. You needed to get about 64 yards-ish, and about 2:04 left. 2 timeouts, so we have time, but when you get little tiny penalties like that to push you back 5 yards here and there, those are not the kind of penalties that you want. Obviously, you don't want any penalties on a drive like this.
Can't shoot yourself in the foot. Forward progress, forward movement is what we need. Quay's in the gun. Single set back to Corey Thomas. Rolls out to his right. Quay looking back left. Got a man downfield. Breaks the tackle and then gets hammered at the 20-yard line. Drove into the ground. Pass was incomplete, intended for Terrion Smith. 2nd down and 15 for the Redbirds.
Obviously, being, you need this touchdown to go in and tie the game up. This is 4th down territory, obviously, so no need to feel like you have to get it all in one play. Just get what you can get. Don't be too over the top with it, but don't be afraid to take a shot.
Now we're going to get a false start called on our offensive line. Referee or the PA announcer calls delay of game, but I believe it was actually a false start. Be 2nd down and 20 for Farmington. Cardinals break the huddle with 18 seconds to go on the play clock. Quay's in the gun. Shader to his right. Twin receivers to both sides of the field. Here's the snap. Quay drops back. Looking across the middle. It's got a man out here. Shader on a little wheel route. Incomplete as the ball gets overthrown by about 5 yards. Bring up 3rd down and 20. 1:53 to go in the ball game. Redbirds down by 7.
Yeah, this is the time in the game where the offense needs to get a little bit creative here. Draw something up that Greenbrier hasn't seen. Maybe keep them back on their heels. They're playing pretty soft. You can get about half of it here and get the rest next play.
Here's the snap as Quay's in the gun. Got plenty of time now, a little bit under duress. Throws across the middle. Great catch there. I believe that was Drew Sturgeon on the reception. Up to the 40-yard line of Farmington. Bring up 4th and manageable. Needed about 6 yards. Farmington's going to call their 2nd timeout of the half. with 1:31 to go, 24-7, and down 24-17. And Dallas, like you said, don't need to get it all back. On the previous play, they pick up 2/3 of it to bring up 4th and about 7, give or take. And you're still not out. You obviously got to pick up a first down here, but down 24-17, and still got a chance to go down and score. And Greenbrier, like you mentioned, hadn't been playing too tight of a defense.
Right. They've been guarding pretty deep, obviously, because they know that we want the touchdown in this 2-minute drill right here. So if they come out and do the same thing, I don't know what they call in the huddle, but look for one of those plays where you had Colin Hummel right at the sticks. If I'm the play caller right here, I look and see what kind of coverage they're playing. Maybe make an adjustment at the line if they're playing really soft back there.
Right.
Go for one of those. But we also did earlier in the second half. We converted on a 3rd and 7 on just a draw play. So
here we go, 4th down and 7 from the Cardinal 40-yard line. Quay's in the shotgun, twin receivers to both sides. Sturgeon goes in motion. Good snap. Quay rolls out to his left. He's got a man open right at the sticks, and the ball comes incomplete. Turnover on downs. Greenbrier looks to hold on to the 24-17 lead as they take over on downs. 1st and 10 from their own 40. That was a good play call, good route, good throw. Unfortunately, I think a Panther just made a great play at the right time by knocking that ball loose.
Yeah, like you said, that was a great play call and a good throw too. Sturgeon had some room, but unfortunately right there at the last minute when he was trying to secure it, he had a hand right there in his basket that caused him to not be able to secure it.
So here's Greenbrier, 1st and 10 from the 40. Twin receivers to the near side. Wilcox in the gun. Handoff goes to Havens. It's going to pick up about 4 yards for Greenbrier. And here comes a late penalty flag. Which is a good thing about that for Farmington is it stops the clock. Not sure what the call is. Personal foul on Farmington.
Yeah, and Brian, that's just one of those you hear about quite often. It's maybe just a frustration penalty. Obviously, you know, Farmington played their heart out tonight, and it just doesn't always go their way. Sometimes you try and rip the ball out right there, try and make a game-saving play, and sometimes it ends up in a personal foul.
It's going to bring 1st down and 10 from about the 21-yard line for Greenbrier. 1:22 left to go in the ball game, and Greenbrier looks to be lining up in the victory formation. That should be a false start on Greenbrier. Now they're going to say,
I believe they're having malfunctions with the play clock.
Now they wind it. Greenbrier is in the victory formation with 1:07 left to go in the ball game. The clock's not running, so just
the ref did signal the clock to run, although, correct me if I'm wrong, there was a penalty on that play that got accepted. I was under the impression that with the penalty the clock stopped.
So Farmington's going to take their 3rd and final timeout of the ball game with 48 seconds to go, down 24-17. And Dallas, if the scoreboard holds true, which we think that it will, the thing about this, one of the takeaways that I can take away from this game is the fact that Cardinals were down 24-7 at halftime, and things just weren't going their way but they kept fighting, and then all of a sudden you had a fumble for a scoop and score for Farmington, and then you had another fumble on Greenbrier right here in front of us, about the 38-yard line of Farmington at that point in time, that was recovered by Ian Cartwright, and we ended up getting 10 points off of both of those things, off of both of those turnovers. So good thing is Farmington didn't give up and kept fighting and pulled it all the way back to 24-17 as Wilcox takes a knee.
Yeah, when you look at it, we were down 24-7 at the end of the first half. Our defense kept us in it. They have not allowed, and it looks like they won't allow a point for the entire second half. So they kept it. They did a good job, kept us in it. Our offense was able to. We got a touchdown off the scoop and score with our defense, and then we did. Drew Sturgeon had that 40-yard field goal. So our offense still struggled a little bit, but we managed to keep it close, and we were in a position to win. But sometimes you just can't win them all. Sometimes you are going to be outplayed by another team.
Right. Wilcox does take a final knee to preserve the victory for Greenbrier. That's going to drop Farmington's record to 5-1 overall, 2-1 in conference play. Bump Greenbrier's record to 4-2 overall and 2-1 in conference play as well. So, in this ball game, there was a lot of things that took place, a lot of things that you could take out of this ball game. It is a disappointing loss. However, there is bright spots that you can take out of it. And like we mentioned, the fight all the way for 48 minutes for Farmington not to give up. It would have been very easy to throw in a white towel down 24-7 coming out of halftime and having Greenbrier stop you on your opening possession, getting the ball back, and then making a great fourth down, unfortunately making a great fourth down stop at the goal line to stop another score. If that touchdown occurs, we don't know what would happen, because if we score there, we're down 24-14. Then let's say everything else transpires the way that it unfolded before us, and we walk out of here a 3-point game winner.
Right.
So even though it's a loss, and it does drop the record of Farmington to 5-1 overall, 2-1 in conference, there's still a lot of football left. You gotta, for Farmington, it's now how do you respond? We see how you respond coming out of halftime being down 24-7. How do you respond after a loss? Next week, we're finally back at home against Valonia, who took a defeat tonight, 17-15 to Harrison. So they're reeling off of a loss as well as Farmington is. So let's see, now that we're back on our home field for the first time in what seems like forever, but it's only been 2 ball games on away games. Alma last week, and then here tonight at Greenbrier. Let's see how we respond and come back after it.
Right, and I think, like you said, both of those teams, us and Valonia, are coming off losses. It's really just going to be one of those games of who wants it more, who's hungrier. Obviously, both teams are trying to get into the playoffs this year in the postseason. Like you said, it's really just going to be about the response and what team answers to the call, what team's going to fight back stronger. And honestly, I feel like it's going to be a great game. Both teams have improved as opposed to the last couple of years. It's going to be a great game, and I'm excited to see what happens.
We'll see what happens next Friday night when we return to Cardinal Stadium for the matchup between the Valonia Eagles. Yeah, my mind just slipped me. I almost said Cyclones, but that's Russellville. Valonia Eagles and your Farmington Cardinals. Join us next week with Jeff Oxford and Randy Osnes. Be back in the booth with Brody Hill is going to be sliding in for me next week. Our next broadcast will be Tuesday night, which is senior night for the Volley Cards. And don't know how much you're aware of this, Dallas, but the Volley Cards are off to a rocking start. I believe their overall record now is 16-3-1, but most importantly, they're 10-0 in conference play. So Coach Howard's got those girls reeling, and hopefully they continue on the rest of the season throughout the district tournament and on into the state tournament. And maybe if things go right, if the ball is spiked just right, we'll be taking home a state title in volleyball.
Hey, you know what they say? All you got to do is get in, and and then you have a chance. Get in the dance and see what happens.
One thing about it, like Jeff Oxford says, there's only one way of getting a 98-yard touchdown, and that's by putting the ball at the 2-yard line and going down the score. The only way to capture a state title is by making it to the state tournament first.
Very wise words.
Hey, I'm learning. I'm learning from Jeff Oxford.
You know where you can hear more of those words?
From our next broadcast.
The Oz and Ozness podcast as well.
The Ox and Oz podcast. You are correct, and that is something that we haven't mentioned tonight. Jeff Oxford and Coach Randy Ozness has developed or came up with the idea of creating a podcast alongside with myself, producing the show for them. It's off to a great start, Dallas. The Ox and Oz podcast, we dropped our first episode last week, had total of 127 downloads last week of just episode 1. We dropped episode 2, I believe it was Wednesday night, Thursday morning. Jumped out with 33 downloads just like that. Last number I checked, we were up to 200 downloads for both shows. So it's an enjoyable time. Of course, it's hard not to enjoy time when you're sitting alongside two people like Jeff Oxford and Coach Randy Ozness. You don't know what's going to come out of their mouth, but you can rest assured that something somewhere along the way is going to come out of their mouth that's just going to have you come unglued in a good fashion. Don't know what it's going to be, don't know who's going to say it, but it's going to happen.
Totally agree with that.
If you hadn't heard it, go check it out. You can find it on podcast, Google Podcast, Apple Podcast, Stitcher, Red Circle, Radio Public, Spotify. Just search the Ox and Oz podcast and you'll find it. You can also email them with suggestions and comments at oxandoz@gmail.com. That's OXANDOZ@gmail.com. Dallas, that's going to do us for tonight. From Panther Stadium in Greenbrier, for Dallas Walker Brody Hill, I'm Brian Dean. Good night. You've been listening to Farmington Cardinal Football on the Farm Cars Live Sports Network.